I will. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Secret Sewing Club. I have got pajamas on because they haven't seen any of my pajamas because we had some camera jiggling to do. But I have got pajamas on. They've got penguins on. Penguin pajamas. There you go. Oh,
I can't hear very much.
you
Can't hear very much either.
Let me just see if I can do some jiggery pokery, get all the levels right. How is that? Can you hear us now?
We can hear you, Han. Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, I've got an awful lot of feedback through my headphones, but I shall sort that in a minute. So, right, Secret Sewing Club, what is it? We are a collective. The way this works is everybody will do their own demonstrations and you will be able to buy, but directly from... Everybody's got wine and stuff today. It's gone out the window. So you'll see QR codes pop up. That will take you directly to their website, and the guys who come on here get to keep 100% of whatever you decide to buy from them. So, admin done. How is everybody?
Oh,
Very
really
well.
well.
Good.
We'll have to go one at a time here. So let's go, Nicola, because you're directly above me.
I'm really well, thank you. And I'm sporting a half glass of bubbles.
It's all right. You can have your glass of bubbles. Have we got an echo somewhere?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
have.
I can't hear one here.
Haley's quite quiet, and
Okay.
people are saying Haley is quite quiet
That
and a little
always
bit crackly.
Right.
Is everybody else okay? Let me just check on the comments.
Let's get all the admin done first, and then we'll crack on. Right. So let me just see where my monitor's coming from, and then I will be able to switch that. So hopefully I'm not quite as echoey.
Bear with us. Haley's just doing mission
some
control.
admin. Bear with. We've got this new computer, you see, and hopefully it should mean we're going faster and we're getting better quality for you, and it should be loads better all around. Right, I've tried that. I think I can hear just a touch of an echo still. But that's fine.
What?
I shall work.
Haley, while you're playing, should I just talk about the challenge post thing?
Yes, go on then. I'll switch it to you, and then you can do that.
Just while you're playing over, love. So I posted a little challenge post yesterday on the Secret Sewing Club. For those of you who are White Gecko fans, you'll know what a challenge post is. We do them all the time. I asked you all to post your favourite make of 2024. And so far, we've had 172 people join in. I've got a little giveaway, little prize to give away. We're going to draw that at the end of, I've done it on a random name thing. You had to type all your names in. I had my husband reading them out as I was typing for easiness. So we'll do that. We'll do that sort of towards the end. So you have still got time to join in if you want to. You just need to post a picture under that post on Facebook, and you can be in to win the prize. Okay. But it's something that, we get to see all the lovely things you've been making, which I love. It's one of the things I love about the challenge posts. When we do them on my own page, is that, I get to see all the incredible stuff that you're doing. And it doesn't have to just be sewing. It could be, sugar craft or paper making or, card making and stuff, or embroidery, anything at all. So yeah, you've still got, I'm going to stop at about 4 o'clock. I'm going to make sure I've got everyone's names in the draw by 4 o'clock. Okay, so you've still got a little while to post if you want to, if you haven't already. So, and yeah, I've got a nice. Ah, fabulous. Oh, yeah. Well, if you've only just posted, I've got everybody so far, but when I'm not demoing, when either Nicola or Sasha demoing, I'll go and pick up all the other names and get you into the random generator.
There we go. I don't think they could hear Sasha when you were chatting there. So Sasha, you may need to repeat that again.
I was just saying that Sharon Percy had said that she's just added her picture of her make, and it was for her niece, and she was very happy with her unicorn.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Right.
Unicorn.
So, what did you get for Christmas then?
So I was
Perfume.
I'm not looking for the best present. I'm looking for maybe the most obscure present.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh,
What was the most unusual thing you got? Do you want me to start you?
Go on then.
So-
What did you get, lovely?
Okay, I got a carrot sharpener.
A carrot sharpener.
It's like a giant, very dangerous pencil sharpener that you sharpen carrots with.
Why do you need to sharpen carrots?
Well, killer snowmen?
Yeah, well, absolutely.
I don't
If they
know.
have really, really sharp noses, or throw them like daggers, maybe.
Exactly. Knife throwing.
Does it make like carrot ribbons for salads? Is that
Yes,
the whole
I
point?
think that's what it's supposed to be for.
Perfect.
But just sharpening carrots.
Well, we do like a Secret Santa in our house because my kids are all grown up. They're all adults and everything. It seems that we about 5 or 6 years ago we started doing Secret Santa. So we just pull one name and we buy. We have a set budget and we just buy for that person rather than it being
rather than lots of
bit
small
there,
things.
bit there, bit there, bit there type thing. And it works because they all buy what they want anyway. They're all grown ass adults, so they can buy what they want anyway during the year. So and it works really, really well. So I had some lovely perfume. I had some skincare stuff that I wanted, but my favourite was a picture that my son had taken. He loves photography. He just does it when he's on holiday and stuff. And he went to Canada and he'd remembered back in March time when he was showing me the photos. I loved this one photo, like landscape photo thing. So bless him, he had it blown up and framed for me. And it's just looks like an etching. It's beautiful. I was thrilled with it, really thrilled. That he'd remembered that far back, to be honest. I'd oohed and ahed over this one picture.
Aww.
So that was lush. So yeah, and lots of little bits and pieces, but yeah, very spoiled.
My mum does like a raffle thing for us all, and they're all really silly prizes, and you're not allowed to swap or show any disappointment when you open it. So there was quite a lot of washing up liquid. I got a Winnie the Pooh planner. There was a lot of silly things, but you're not allowed to comment when you open it. That's the rule. That was fun.
well, they're already commenting about my Christmas present. So
What was your...
so this was my Christmas present, which I picked it up in the end of November, but I hadn't used it, hadn't touched it, nothing until Boxing Day. So that was my amazing Christmas present. Although if people know me, the most weirdest present, I had a pair of walking boots, which I don't walk anywhere. I'm not a fitness girl, as we know, but I'm trying. But oh my goodness, this says it all. They are leopard print walking boots. Leopard print walking boots. So yeah, and I was spoiled. Lily really spoiled me. My friends really, it was lovely. But I was very, very lucky to have the most beautiful sewing machine. And so
What is it, Sasha? What make is it? I can't see from here.
it's the Juki.
It's
the Juki, and it's a little workhorse. It's the DX7, and I'd been looking at it for a while. Was that the one you've got?
I've got DX7. I got it last Christmas. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's blown me away. So yeah, it's Christmases, birthdays, all into one, and yeah, I'm a very, very lucky girl. Although the very, very obscure present was from a friend of mine, and I thought she was a friend of mine. It was it was a gym and wellness journal.
Nice.
maybe just take the gym bit out. just go with the wellness, you know.
Well, I'm gonna cross
Or
out the gym
regift
and
it.
put gin. But I was saying earlier, so Nicola's got bubbles, Sarah's got bubbles, haven't you, Sarah?
Well, I got Bucks Fizz because I can pretend it's healthy then, because it's got orange juice in it.
It's got fruit in it, and I've
Yeah.
got Bailey's coffee. But I wasn't going to go for one. I filled
Matt,
up my
they've all got
flask as
drinks,
well for the
like
afternoon.
drinks, drinks. Can I have one, please?
And I think
I think you
Hayley's
need
on
to
tea,
glass
I
of
think.
rosé or something, Hayley.
And
just
should we
ordering mine.
explain to Oh, sorry. Should we explain to everyone why we're in our pajamas?
No, I think it's better that we just leave it.
Just couldn't be bothered today.
Christmas.
Let's just not say
So,
anything right until the
I
end.
will say, Sarah and I have had to do a little bit of adjustation.
Yes,
Adjusting,
no
I should
flashing.
say.
See?
Yeah,
High neck pajamas.
yeah, that's what, of course, you know, Nicola and Hayley don't let the side down, and yet, you know, we... Actually, it's quite good,
I
because when you
had
sit...
to buy them. I don't own pajamas. I had to buy pajamas for pajama day, and then the button
Oh,
kept popping, so I had to do a little sew up the buttonhole bit.
Agnes says
There
we
we
look
go.
very glam in our pajamas.
Thanks.
So she said, Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to you all.
Ah, lovely. So, Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
what was your obscure one? I didn't catch it. Did you not get an obscure one? You just got nice.
I
Nice.
genuinely didn't get anything majorly obscure. I got a very strange scarf from my mother-in-law that has got like a button in pockets. It makes me look like I'm 90.
Oh,
Has anybody watched Bluey? Has anybody got grandkids? So Bluey, the grannies in Bluey, Jonah thinks it's brilliant because I can be Rita from Bluey in it. But
Do it.
wasn't obscure. I mean, it's very warm. Just it's quite
Very practical.
But no, I was very, very lucky. We don't go majorly mad at Christmas. We don't, you know, like I said, we do the Secret Santa to keep costs down and everything because people buy what they want through the year and stuff. But everything I had was lovely. I had some
What's this?
skincare that I liked and perfume and this beautiful picture. So yeah, no, I was very, very lucky girl.
oh, I was just looking
Just
through the...
arrived.
Oh, Rosemary said she thought I'd have llama pajamas on. I haven't been able to find any llama or alpaca pajamas.
Disgraceful.
They were everywhere a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I couldn't find any because that's what I was looking for. So, I mean, this isn't PJs, this is a nightie, hence why I won't be standing or bending.
She says
I do
this.
apologise to everybody. Can I just mention Patty Shamba? Her favourite gift was her brother's successful heart valve replacement surgery.
Oh,
He is home and better than ever.
Yay.
Well
Right.
done. That's
well,
amazing.
on that nice note, we will switch it over to Sarah and we will let her crack on with her very first demo.
Fab. Hello, my lovelies. You're okay? So I've got a few new bits to show you, and then we're going to do a little demo. I've got a bit of a bargain. Some of the items, as always, they're on our website in the Secret Sewing Club section. Some of them have got 20% off, and that I'm just going to go till midnight tonight because we've got a New Year sale on, which starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So the 20% off on the Secret Sewing Club section is just to midnight tonight. So sorry if you watch this tomorrow, but there is a code for tomorrow and New Year's Day on everything on the website. Okay, but some of these items have got 20% off, so
Sarah,
check out the website for that. So I'm going to whip over to
keep an
here.
eye on Facebook for you.
What's that, lovely?
Do you want me to keep an eye on Facebook for you? For
Yeah, if you
messages?
could, that would be lovely.
No
That would be
problem, my love.
fab, and then I can do it while the other ladies are on. So the very first item we've got on is a Lucky Dip. These are half meter. They are Moda, there's Liberty, there's Macawa, there's Lewis and Irene in here. They're all half meter pieces. It's a complete lucky dip, so you can't choose what you're getting, but it's any 4 for £10, which makes them £2.50 for half a meter. Okay, which is a crazy price, but all the ends of bolts I've cut down to half meters, and you'll get any 4. Okay, so this is just a really small selection. I just grabbed a few. There are lots of other patterns and stuff, but like I said, they're all like 100% cottons. They're all from like well-known designers. They're all from this year's ranges as well. So they're all from the designer ranges. And you can, if you do that one, you can't specify which ones you've got. Obviously, it will be a lucky dip, but I'll make sure you've got a nice range of the 4. Okay, so it's 4 for £10 on those ones. Let me get those out of the way. We've then got some charm packs, which these do have 20% off. We've got 2. In fact, let me just come over to the close up. There we go. We've got 2 Batik charm packs. One's called Blue Ridge Batiks, which is, as you imagine, all sort of blues and greens. You've got a little bit of sort of taupes in there, chocolate browns, navies. Okay. And then the other Batik one is called Berrylicious. And this is sort of like your purples, literally all those berry colours, the raspberry, blackberry colours, bit of blueberry in there, lilacs. Really, really beautiful. They don't often do Batik charm packs. They always sell really quickly when they do. But they are 20% off. We've got the brand new one, Woodland Winter from Ginger Beer. I always want to say Ginger Beer, but it's really pretty. It's all, there's little foxes in there. You can see really beautiful little foxes. You've got like owls and things. Really, really pretty silhouette fabrics in there. I love this sort of drawn silhouette one. Through to sort of your peachy colours, little florals. That little one, the little heads is so, so cute. I love that little bear. All the way through, got some butterflies in there, and then into sort of your sagey greens and through to your creams. So there's that one. And then there's the brand new French General, which Rouanerie? I can't pronounce that. I did French A-level, but I can't pronounce that. It's the new French General, Rouen. And it's all, again, that beautiful, I like the bamboo-y one, actually. There's a really beautiful like bamboo one in there. And then into those faded reds, through to the sort of taupey greens, the stony colours, right the way through. And then you've got that very, very well-known French General Red. Okay, so all 4 of those charm packs have got 20% off. We have Best Press, which you've all know that I love and use lots. We've got 3 different ones. The small bottles, they've also got 20% off. Lavender, Tea Rose Garden, and Scent Free. Then, let me show you this. So I'm going to do a demo on this later. I'm going to do a different demo first of all, but this is a dessert roll. Okay, so this means it's 5 inches long. You've got 20 strips in there. But this is the brand new one from Moda. It's called Celebrating 50 Years of Moda. And it's all their most famous prints. But the thing about this is that each strip has 4 designs on it. So you can see you've got 4 designs on each strip. So they're 5 inches by 11 inches on each strip, on each piece. You've got 2 of each. I'm going to show you later how to do a really, really quick and simple pattern with HRT, half rectangle triangles, using this, which requires very little cutting, but it's really cool. You've got all these different, all their most famous prints from all their designers on each strip. And it works through all the colours. And I like the fact that, you're getting a really nice piece of each one, which works really well. Like I said, it's 5 inches by 11 inches each piece. So those are in the Secret Sewing Club section as well. I like this one. It's got a bit of script on it. And you've got stars and then a little bit of that's Create Joy Project and those little ones there. Lots and lots you can do with these. But it's really unusual, I think, to have a dessert roll. They don't do many dessert rolls, but when they do, this one I just thought was really cool. The fact you've got all those different prints on them. So there's that one. And then the very last bit that, oh no, I lie. Little essentials. So what you've got here is you've got 2 mechanical pencils, one that's for darker fabrics and one that's for lighter fabrics. You've got an air erasable roller pen and a fabric glue pen as well, which has already got the glue in it. You haven't got any refills in there, but you've got that as well. These were £25.95. I've got just a few left from when we took them onto Create and Craft, a few left. And I've done them at really, really, I think I can't remember if they're £10 or £12, completely forgotten, but less than half price on at the moment, just the few that are left on those. And then what we're going to use for our first demo is this little jelly roll from Moda. It's called, I forget it every time, I Heart Ombre Metallic. Now, I love their ombre jelly rolls because you get such a range of colour in them. And you can see when you open it up, you get, hang on, let me flip this out for you guys. It goes from, oh, hang on, let me try and find this bit there. Let me find the red one because the red's really good. You've got all that beautiful gold hearts on the bottom, which gradually go up and it changes colour, gets lighter in the middle, and then goes back down to the dark that side. And you've got the most stunning range of pinks and reds and lilacs and corally pinks in here. And we're going to use this for a little demo. So I am going to give you a free pattern with this one as well, which is our through the window pattern. And if I just come back over to the front facing, you can see this is the through the window pattern. Sarah Jane made this one up for me. And that was using a batik jelly roll. But it will look very, very different depending on which fabrics you use and how you do it. And it's a little bit of a different technique because it's not those circles aren't appliqued. We're going to do inset circles, which I know people get scared of curves. So I thought we'd go through inset circles and show you how easy they are. Okay, so we're going to go back over here like this. And I'm going to, like I said, if you buy this jelly roll, I'll throw in the pattern for the through the window quilt. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut yourself a 13-inch piece of freezer paper. Okay, so freezer paper, you've got normal paper one side and you've got that wax on the other side. Okay, you want to fold it in half one way and don't iron this because obviously it'll stick to itself because it's wax. So I've got the wax on this side and then fold it in half on the other. Just give yourself some central lines like that. Okay, in the pattern you do get some templates. Now you might have a circle set anywhere that you want to use, but I'm going to use, you've got templates in the pattern. You're going to fold the one that says for aperture in half as well. Okay, so make sure you fold that in half. And this bit, if you can do this bit really accurately, your circle will come out really nice as well. Okay, so I'm going to open that back up and that central line, I'm going to line up with this central line on my piece of freezer paper like that. Okay, so I've got this on the fold and that central line, and then just draw around the template. Now you can obviously use this to make a template out of template plastic if you wanted to, you know, if you're going to do lots of them. But this technique, I really like this inset circle. You get no bulk when you're adding something in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that out. So there's my paper scissors. I'm going to cut this out to give me the aperture. All right, like this. Cut that out nice and neatly. The neater you can be with this bit, the better your circle will be. So take your time with this, okay? There we go. All the way around like that. You will then, oh, sorry, excuse me. You'll then need a 13-inch piece of your backing fabric. So I'm just using a plain white here, but it could be anything for your backing, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to iron, again, central creases in. So I've got jelly roll fluff everywhere. So I hope you all had a lovely Christmas though. I hope you all got to do what you want to do, spend it with friends and family, or if you weren't with friends and family, you got to do some crafting. Let us know in the comments what you did and if you got any obscure presents as well. Okay. So on the wrong side of my fabric, and because this is a plain, it doesn't really matter, but on your wrong, if you're using a pattern fabric, on the wrong side.
Now. Hello. I've got some messages for you.
Ah, fabulous. Hello.
I've got well, I've got loads, and can I say Sean's on it like a car bonnet, sending people messages that they need as well, which is excellent. Jean's placed her order for the Jelly Roll and gift set.
Oh, amazing.
Looking everywhere for the Rose Garden Best Press.
Oh, fabulous. Well, we've got it lovely.
Worse on you, Sarah, than anybody else. You haven't got your speakers on, have you?
I haven't got my speakers on, no. Is the microphone a bit loud? They're getting a lot of feedback.
It's just I'm getting a bit of an echo and a loop. Jean's looking for your half meters, but Sean's on that and she's already sent her a message. There's lots of good afternoons for everybody. And Betty,
fabulous.
Liz, what do we look for in the store for the half meters? So what you look for in Sarah's store, let me just quickly switch you to the web so I can show you. Oh, that's Daisy and Grace's. Okay, so if you go into Sarah's shop, and then you'll find this here, the Secret Sewing Club category. Click on that, and then if you scroll down a bit, that's where all your Lucky Dip half meters will be. So I will put you back to Sarah, and she can continue now she has finished her ironing.
Lovely. I've done a bit of ironing. So all I've done is iron the freezer paper to the wrong side of the fabric. Now, because it's wax, you can use this over and over. Okay, you can use it for about 5 or 6 of these. And then you'll have to cut another one. So then you've got to be a bit brave, and we're going to cut out this centre bit through the aperture. So I'm going to just make a little nick in there, and we're going to leave about a scant quarter, more than an 1/8, but not too big. Okay, so 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, that in betweeny type bit. What's that? 3/8 of an inch, roughly. So we're going to go all the way. Oh, hang on. I didn't iron that quite right. Let me just iron that back down. Make sure it's stuck really well. Okay. I missed a bit. There we go. Okay. So we're going to cut this out. Okay. All the way around like that. And then you're going to clip in to this circle. Oh, that's a bit big. Just trim that back down. Because I'm doing it fast. Go steady with this, okay? Like that. So cut this out. It doesn't matter that this looks really rough. This is all going to be hidden, okay? And then you just want to clip into this. Now, clip up to the freezer paper, but don't clip the freezer paper. Go slow and steady. And what am I doing? Sort of about 1/4 of an inch, just over, clips all the way around, okay? Now, I have got one prepped, so I'm not going to do all of this, but I'm just going to do enough to show you. Once you've clipped all the way round, start by finger pressing it, okay? So you're going to finger press this over first before you put an iron to it. It's so much easier if you've started that crease already, okay? So all the way around, just finger press a crease over. So you're pressing it against that freezer paper. Now, obviously I haven't clipped this bit, okay? And then once you've finger pressed, go in and give that a really good press with your iron, okay? One thing I should have said was make sure you starch your background fabric. You really heavily starch it. The better you can get this crease, the better this works, okay? Once you've gone all the way around, flip it over, make sure you can't see any clips anywhere, and then give it another press on this side. You want this as crisp as you can, okay? So I've got one here that I've already done. I've started. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, okay, all the way around the whole thing, pressing it really, really well so it's nice and crisp. You're then going to take before we do anything else, this is a step in a moment, you're going to take your jelly roll or any focal fabric, okay? So I've got my jelly roll, my ombre jelly roll here, okay? And I've just done a strip set. Now, for the quilt, if I just flip back over there a second, for the quilt, you're going to use some of the strip sets for like the blocks in between, and then other bits you're going to use in the circles, okay? But again, if you want to follow the pattern, it'll tell you all about that. So I've just, with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, sewn 6 together, okay? You're then going to use the other template that you've got in your pattern, which is the 8.5 inch circle one. And we're going to cut a circle out of this. So I'm going to fold this that way. Sorry.
Sarah, if you wanted to be super stingy, because it's 8.5 inches, could you get away with 5?
Say again, lovely. Sorry, you broke up.
You've got 6 together there.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be a bit more stingy and save a couple of strips here and there, maybe for binding, could you get away with 5 or even 4?
Absolutely, you could. Yeah, I'm just using the end of a bit that I used for the squares, because the squares in between, if you have a look there, the squares in between do need 6 because they're 12.5 inch blocks. So yeah, rather than sew another piece together, but in the pattern it does actually tell you only to put 5 together for these bits. So you put 6 together for the blocks and then 5 together for this bit. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. But it was only the fact I had this little bit left. I'm being stingy. I'm using this bit up. So you're going to then put that again on the fold like that, draw around it and cut that circle out, which is what I've done here. Okay, so again, to save some time, you can see I've cut that out there. Okay, now the freezer paper is still on at this point. Leave it on. You can grab a fabric glue pen, or you could use the Roxanne glue pens, whatever glue you want. And you're going to put a tiny little dab on every one of the little tabs all the way around, like this. All the way around. We will get to some sewing in a minute, I promise. Like that. Okay, I've already done the other side. And you're going to put your circle over the top, okay? And give that a good press. Make sure it's all nice and neat and press it out like that. And also give it an iron just to set that glue in place. Okay, this will just help stop everything moving later on. Ooh, don't do that. There we go. Hold all that in place so you can see. Ooh, that one's just moved. Now, if you get one that moves out like that, just get a pin, tuck it back in like that. Get it back in there because you don't want to see any of those clipped bits, and give it another press. Like I said, I've used a jelly roll as my aperture, okay? But this could be any fabric. You know, this technique you can do, it doesn't have to be a circle. It could be a square. It could be triangle, star, or whatever. It could be that you've got some fabrics, like K-Facet fabrics or something that have got those really big patterns and you want to showcase them. Any fabric you want, you can sit behind. Maybe you've got a panel that have got small, like Hayley's panels that have got, you've got like the 2 big ones and then those lovely little ones down the side. You could do smaller circles and sit those behind them. So you're making it like an aperture in card making.
You get besieged by on your on your retreats.
Yes, I did. We went. We had our retreats in November, and I think on the very first retreat, I think about 8 of the 25 women were all working with Hayley's stuff. It was very funny. I was like, I can't get away from you, woman. Even on the retreat, we were all working with your panels. There were some beautiful, beautiful things made, though. Really, really lovely. There we go. Right. Okay, that's really nice and set now. Okay, I would let it cool down before I peeled off my freezer paper. So now you're just going to very gently peel off this freezer paper. Okay, there's still a bit of wax on there. You can use that again. All right, so that comes off now, and now we get to sew. Now this is the bit that people get a little bit worried about. When they sew, they think about sewing in the ditch, which is what we're going to do. We're going to sew. In fact, actually, if I get a pen, what we're going to do is we're going to sew along that crease there. Okay, but it's very easy to have the machine here and sew there, which all you're doing is sewing the background fabric. You need to flip this out. So you're going to pull the background fabric back and you're still going to sew along that crease, but you need to sew through both layers. So I'm going to take you over to the machine and show you, but we're just going to follow that crease line there. So over we go. Hopefully we're over on the machine now. Oh, hang on, I need to move the fizz from behind there because I'm going to knock it over otherwise.
Like it
would be a disaster. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my needle in and we're just going to go slow and steady. Turn your speed down, okay, and take a few stitches like that, okay. And then as we're working, just move this fabric, the background fabric, out of the way so that you can see the crease. That's why you want that really sharp crease, okay? And gently, gently work your way around like this. So you're going to go all the way around. So you're going to have to talk to me while I'm doing this. So, Hayley, are there any comments or are there anything there? Any questions? Or?
Yes, I've got a lot of people saying thank you very much and they've just bought.
Oh, fabulous.
Alexandra's ordered a lucky dip. Taryn couldn't resist the Batik charm plaque and so like that. I mean, Matt has just given me some fizzy cider stuff.
Oh,
which is lovely,
nice.
but it's not doing my reading any good. It's not helping me. And there's lots of hellos. There's lots of Jean has ordered a jelly roll in the gift set.
Oh, amazing.
And Sarah says she's been looking everywhere for the Rose Garden Best Press.
Oh, fabulous.
So, thank you very
It's
much.
a really gentle, because I'm not a massive fan of rose normally, but it's the most gentle, just subtle rose smell, and it's really pretty, that one. It's really, really nice. It's called Rose Garden. It's like a tea rose smell. So I'm going a bit faster just to get this done for you guys than I would normally. I would be taking this a lot slower and steadier and making sure that I'm really hitting that crease.
Do you still need some chats and some?
No, I'm all right.
Okay, I'll go
You know
with
me,
it.
I
Love
can
you,
talk for
bye.
England. So we had a lovely Christmas. It was baby Jude's first Christmas, and he's 5 months old now, and he's just delicious. And all he really wanted was the wrapping paper, no presents, but he was very, very cute about everything. And Jonah is nearly 4. So Christmas, of course, is the most exciting thing in the world. Little man had a whale of a time. So my house has been utter chaos since Christmas Eve. I haven't had less than 14 people in my house till today. And then I banned them for today. I was like, no one's coming over today. I need to work. There we go.
I do have a couple more questions for you. Marion says, could you sew on top of the circles to close them? So could you have like a top stitch effectively around the top if you wanted to do it that way?
You could, absolutely, you could do that. But the whole point of this technique, if you're going to do that, you could just applique it. You could do the interfaced applique technique and just top stitch them on. The whole point of this one is you're not seeing any stitching because it's inset, and you're not going to see anything at all from the outside, so it looks like it's all one fabric. But you could absolutely just put your circle on and top stitch on, or blanket stitch, but that's an applique technique rather than an inset one. You can see I went a little bit squiffy there.
Says, is there a pattern for this, please?
There is. It's called, let me grab it for you. You will get it, it's called Through the Round Window Quilt Pattern. You do get it free if you buy the jelly roll. But it is on our website in the pattern section anyway, available as a digital download and as a paper copy. Okay, we aren't open until the 2nd of January, so we won't be posting out until then. But if you wanted it now, there is a digital pattern. So what you get when you do it like that, as you can see, I've stitched right the way in that corner, is that lovely inset. I went a bit fast there. It's gone a bit pointy, but we're going to ignore that. And then all you want to do then is just trim down any excess. Okay, so hang on. And would you believe it? My very, very expensive fabric scissors, guess where I found them on Boxing Day? In the box of baguettes.
Somebody been wrapping stuff.
Baguettes. Somebody had been in the sewing room to get a pair of scissors. My very expensive fabric scissors were being used to open part baguettes. I was not happy. So I think I deserve a new pair now. There was nearly murder happening.
See, I'm less offended if people use them for plastic than if they use them for paper.
Yes.
Obviously, if the plastic is like cutting off cable ties, then I'm annoyed.
Maybe not, no.
But if it's just opening like a plastic wrapper, I'll let that one slide. But if it's like chewing through cardboard, then no.
Well, God knows they were in the kitchen, which means God knows where else they'd so I've just trimmed off that bit there.
Again, if it was bacon rinds coming off, don't
if I can make a bacon sandwich, I might give it. There we go. So what you've got there now is that lovely inset circle. Okay, it's all really nice and flat. You haven't got any extra bulk or anything there when you're quilting. So, if you've appliqued on, very often it's quite thick, isn't it, at the edges? And you don't have to you don't need to blanket stitch or anything with this one. It just gives you that lovely flat edge. And like I said, you can do this with any shape or any fabric in there. You know, it's a really lovely little technique just to play around. It doesn't have to be a big square. It could be a much smaller circle. Play around with it. But you can see all I've done is just stitch through that crease there, and it's all nice and attached. And then, because I cut 13 to start with, once I've done all of that stitching, I would then square it up to 12.5 inches to go with, you know, if I come back over here a second. So that then would sit on there, and you make all those, and then you've got, so you could have them going vertically or horizontally. Like Sarah, when she did this one, she's put her circles vertically and then her blocks horizontally. This would work, you know, just really well with any leftover jelly rolls strips you've got there as well. Or like Hayley's Craft Yourself silly rolls, if you've got those, that would work really, really nicely too. You know, you've the ombre ones and all, anything really. So have a little go at inset circles. They're not as hard as you think they're going to be. And they give a really, really nice finish. So does anyone want me to go over anything else with that one? Or do you want to move on to one of the other ladies? Anybody else ready?
Joe, I've come. Oh, might not be lady, might be a boy. Who knows? I've come in late. Where can I find the pattern for this? Do you want me to head back over to your website and just quickly show
that'd be lovely. Yeah. So
okay, no problem.
It's probably easiest to use the search function. If you use the
Yep. I've just through the round is what we've got. There you go. So they're available either as a digital download or as a paper copy, both on there. But yeah, if you use the search function on Sarah's website, then you'll be able to find them there. If you can't find the website, then head to whitegecko.craftlounge.co.uk, or if you go back to Sarah like this, there is a lovely little QR code in the corner there, and that will take you directly to her website.
Which corner?
Well, you're pointing with both. The one with the bracelets on.
That one?
Yes.
Up there. Okie doke.
I mean, my left and right is terrible at the best of times. Whenever
and my
back to front
is
and
reversed
upside down. And, yeah, so I'm just going to go with the bracelet one.
Up there.
That one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Let me go and grab everybody else. And grab them back in here.
Just while you're grabbing everybody, I'm going to tell you the sale for the new year. There is a code for it, which Sean sent me, and now I can't find my phone. There is a code. It's on our social medias. Go on our Facebook page. There's a code as well.
We've got loads of time. You can find it later.
Tomorrow and New Year's Day.
I've sat on the wires. Oh no! There we go.
Where's my phone gone?
We're fine. Sat on the wires.
I've lost the phone.
Sean's on it. She's put people's she's put all the bits and pieces up for you, so it's fine. She's on it like a car bonnet, as it were.
Oh, fab!
Right, you two.
Hello.
You too. I've seen there was lots of activity going on.
Yeah, I was busy sewing while you were demoing, Sarah. Thank you very much. That was very nice.
Great. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm loving that necklace. That is so cool. So cool.
Oh, well, that's coming up, isn't it? Because we haven't really. Well, did we do a little bit of your jewellery in the last one?
Yeah, we did triangles last time, but this is hexagonios.
Well, they're coming. They're coming next. Sasha, you look like you're ready. Nearly ready.
Yeah, I'm just pressing and cutting and just watching, just enjoying. It's that thing, isn't it? Because I just stood up to pull my knickers out my bum, and then I remembered that actually I'm on a live, and it's because I'm in my pajamas. You get a little bit complacent. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I've got a Bailey's coffee, and I need to remember where I am, to be quite honest. I do apologise if anybody saw me picking my knickers out of my bum, but it happened.
I don't think we
You
did.
can't help a wedgie, love. They happen at
You
the most
can't.
inconvenient
And to be
times.
quite honest, they were £4.95 in the Marks' sale, and I think I had £4 worth up there. But there we go. They're out now, and I'm more comfortable. It's
I
fine.
mean, what I do feel sorry for is Patricia says, I'm a bit late. I've been out for lunch. She's just joined us, and that's exactly what she's just come straight into. So,
That's what she
Patricia,
comes into.
I am sorry. It is like
Well-
trying to herd cats, and then we've just added Christmas and pajamas and alcohol to the mix. So anything goes today. As long as we don't get like banned, I think we'll be all right.
I bet it gets really, really boring when we're like, I call us like the OGs because we were like the OG
We were the
original,
first lot,
like,
yes.
first one. And you know, I have watched a few, and I think it never seems to go quite like that. Or
No, they're professional.
what
We
you're
are.
yeah,
Don't
that's
understand.
it, Nicola.
No, it is like herding cats. It's great fun.
Herding
No
ducks.
more grey hairs coming here from this. Sasha,
I bet your,
are you good
I
to
bet your
go?
ducks are more well behaved.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said, I bet your ducks are more well behaved.
Yes, well, Frank's very, very good. So
There we go.
for about
No, Nicola can go. She's ready. I'm still
Oh,
going.
I didn't think I was going next, but
I can go now.
right, okay,
I can go now.
neither did I. But yeah, if you're ready, Nicola, I can switch it over to you.
Shall we? I'm easy. I
Okay,
can
it's
do
all
it.
yours.
All right, perfect. I'll start showing you what I've got today. Well, you've seen this. This is my lovely jewellery. I can't say that word. Last time I did triangles. Now I'm doing hexaganios. So I have 3 luscious kits for you. I have got the Alison Glass and Juicy Juice version, and I will put the overhead on. It's a bit busy because I've got lots going on, but we've got this lovely version. We've got the original rainbow version, and I haven't got many of these left. This is Dancing in Paris. This is a navy blue with pinks and greens and aqua colours. There's not many of those left. So they're 3 different kits, and they are just £15 each. And if I turn them over, you can see you get your backing fabrics, you get all your little squares to make your hexagons, you get leave-in hexagons, and you get removable hexagons. You get a pair of earrings and a brooch back and some cord and pattern with written and photographic instructions. So that's all in there for £10. And this one is the lovely one on the stand here. So I'll move those out of the way. Next thing I've got on, which is, if you see the quilt behind me, is my set of 3 star in a hexagon templates. Now these are 1.25 inches, and you get 3 templates in here. So you get your hexagon, you get your jewel and your diamond. So they come in here. And this lovely quilt behind me was a gift to me from my mum. So my mum made this lovely quilt using these templates. She made this for me. So I thought I'd put this quilt up today just to show it off a little bit. So these are normally $32.99. They're £30 today on the Secret Sewing Club, and they will be on offer till the end of this week. No, next week. We're Sunday, so the offer will come off next weekend. So that's my set of Quilt As You Go templates. Now, because we're on hexagons and things as well, I have also got a new little class purse kit, and this is a hexagon version. It's so cute. Now, I had these on before in a different colorway, but they all got sold out at Festival of Quilts. So I've had to take time to collate all the fabrics, because there's 22 different little fabrics in this purse. Can you believe it? 22. So I've collated those for you, and this is a new kit. Again, it comes with pattern, it comes with interlining, it comes with your 10.5 centimetre clasp, your hexagon papers, and your fabric and your lining. So lots in there. That is £25, so that's back in stock. Very exciting thing that's back in stock as well is when I was on Create and Craft, I brought you the YLI Wonder Invisible Thread. Now it sold out, and then extended, sold out, and then extended, sold out. I sold lots of this. I've managed to get it back in stock, so it's here with you today. There is a Brucey bonus. It is the same price, but you're getting 500 yards extra. Now, the reel is slightly different shape from the one I bought you before, but I've thoroughly tested it. It's perfect. And I think the thread is slightly finer, so it feels softer. It's not as crunchy as it was before. So this is back in stock. Now, I use this to make, well, my lovely, I think I had the, I've just turned it over. There we go. I'm not very good at the camera person bit yet. Now, I made this gorgeous table runner, and it's double-sided because it's quilt as you go. And I made this because, you know, when you take all your Christmas decorations down and the place is a little bare, I wanted to make something gorgeous for my table. So I made this to go up when all the decorations come down. And I have got a kit for it as well. So it comes in this lovely box. And let me, oh, I can't open it. It's bursting. It comes with the templates, your set of templates, and it comes with all this luscious fabric. So you get all of these beautiful colours. These are plain Macawa colours, and then you get strips. Now there is a bit of a story with this fabric. It's Amy Butler. And it's been, well, is it vintage if it's over 10 years old? It may be. It's from my personal stash. I bought it when I actually met her at Festival of Quilts. So there's not many of these kits available. And that kit makes this gorgeous table runner. So let me start with some demonstrations, because that's what you want really on Christmas. You want to see me doing a bit of demoing. So I am going to start with my templates. Now you've seen me do Quilt As You Go templates before, so I have prepped some of these. So I have got, they look a bit like voodoo dolls, don't they? But they're not. I've prepped the hexagon, the jewel, and the diamond. And what I've done, I've turned all the bindings over and pinned them in place, and I have given them a little bit of a press. So I'm going to take them over to the sewing machine. Now today's going to be a little tricky because I'm using invisible thread, and obviously you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going to use it anyway just to show you that even though you've got all these different colors, the beauty of the invisible thread is that you don't have to change your thread up all the time. So let's go to the sewing machine and sew some of these shapes. So here we go. I'll pop that under the presser foot, and I will start sewing. And I'm just trying to sew quite close to the edge of that binding, and because I press that binding, you can see it quite nicely. Is that okay, Hayley? I just heard you. Did you sneeze?
No, I didn't sneeze. I apologise for that. I did not have my mic muted, and Matt wandered past and was like, "Can I use?" Because he got me a garlic twisty thing for Christmas. Mainly because he wanted to use it. He's like, "Can I use your garlic twist?" Because he's making some dinner. So.
Oh, nice. What's he making?
He's making like bolognese shell things with pasta shells with bolognese in them and all sorts of other bits.
Nice. I think I'm doing dinner tonight, so I'll be thinking about that when.
So you have to do all the work and make the dinner?
Oh no, Dave is fabulous. He does so much for me. He does most of the cooking most nights. I think if I smile sweetly, he might even cook tonight because he has made what I was going to make before. So you never know.
Worth a try.
I will try. So you can see how easy this is to do the stitching on the Quilt As You Go shapes. I'm using one hand so that you can see me. Oh, and I've been stitching over needles, which you shouldn't do, peeps. But I've been very slow and steady. And if you just shouldn't stitch over your needles. Crikey, I don't. So that's that one. You know what, people? I started sewing and I can't see if I've actually sewn it or not. So I'm going. This invisible thread is so invisible. It's really good. I think I've just
been round at least twice now.
I think I have. I didn't know what I was doing. I lost concentration. I didn't know where I started,
I do have a couple of questions for you.
Perfect, because I'll carry on with the diamond.
Tiny Tina says, "What are you making?"
So these are the little shapes to go into that table runner or the star in the hexagon. So when I finish sewing, I'll go back to the quilt that's behind me that my mum made. And this will go into one section of the star in the hexagon. Does that make sense, Hayley? I'm trying to concentrate so I don't.
I mean, once you've finished doing those, we'll have another maybe quick look at the table runner so we can show Tina what you're making.
Exactly, and I'll show you what one star in a hexagon is, and then you can see the table runner. But I just want to get this one finished so that I can try and show you the invisible thread, which is going to be pretty impossible. There we go. Let's go to this section. Oh, and I've left my pins in that as well. Let's throw those out. So you can see they're all different colours, and I've stitched it with the invisible thread, and you can't really tell the thread. Let me hold it. I'll put them on my hand and bring it closer to the camera. Ooh, there we go. You can't tell. It's really lovely, and it's soft. It's not really clunky. It just works properly. So I'm going to go to the front again. There we go. I'm mastering this camera.
You are totally on it. I mean, I have massively impressed because I remember the first one that we did, and it wasn't that long ago. It was only, what, 8 weeks?
Yeah, this is only my third one. So
yeah, smashing it now, complete pro.
So I was making sections to make one of these hexagons. So you see this big hexagon here, this green one. I made a hexagon, a jewel, and a diamond. Now to make a star and a hexagon, you need one hexagon, 6 jewels, and 6 diamonds, and that will make you one big hexagon. I've made one for Christmas, actually, one afternoon, because I thought it would be really cute to make as a little table runner. And if you look at this quilt behind me, there is one star in a hexagon there. So this is a lot of star in the hexagons all put together to make this wonderful quilt. So you can make individual placemats, you can make table runners, you can make quilts, but you can also do, so I've been playing with the star in the hexagons. You can, this is the little hexagon. This is going to be a new quilt of mine. So I've only done a little section, and the beauty is that you get double-sided quilts. So that's a work in progress. But the other thing that you can do is use the center of the templates. So the centers you can use for English paper piecing. So I've started using the inners to make English paper piecing. So has Steph. She's been really busy. So she started using the hexagons. She started using the diamonds, and look what she created with the diamonds. Isn't that fantastic? So you can use diamonds to make a tumbling block, and that is just gorgeous. And this is all English paper piece. Oh, I'm losing my voice now, everyone. Sorry. And then here is the hearts using jewels. So you putting them two together, you can create a heart. So she's been really busy. She got very excited about using the center of the templates for English paper piecing. So they are really versatile, and they just make fabulous quilts. I mean, I can't wait to finish this one. You know what? This one even might go from a table runner to a big quilt. Watch this space. I don't know what I'm going to do, because you can keep adding to quilt as you go. It doesn't have to stay one size. It can get bigger. So it's really fabulous. So I've really enjoyed that. And the invisible thread for quilt as you go is really good, because you don't see it. And you can use lots of different colours and not have to change the thread up all the time. So that's really fabulous. I just love Quilt As You Go, as you may have may have seen. So again, the set of templates, 3 templates for £30 at the moment, and they are on my website on the little the other side.
Do you want me to go and show people your website?
That would be amazing, Hayley.
Excellent, no problem. I can definitely do that. There we go. So this is the Daisy and Grace website. This is where you will find all of the things that have been on today. Obviously, you can just head to the home page, which is where we are now. The QR code that you can see when Nicola's demonstrating, that will take you here to the Secret Sewing Club page, where she very, very handily put all of the things that she's demonstrating today. So if you head there, I've just noticed your 2.5-inch wide wadding. I recognise that. We cut it for that company. Yeah, they send us the big rolls, we cut it and send it back. It all goes round and round, doesn't it?
That the cheeky so-and-sos.
Yeah, no, it all goes round and round.
Oh, yes. Well, everything's there. I hope everyone can see all those bits and have a look at the website, because it's fabulous the way we're doing.
I've got some more questions, mainly about your invisible thread as well.
Yes.
Before we head back to everybody, had to switch off to buy the invisible thread, and missed if you can put it in the bobbin or the top thread.
I'd put it in both. In both.
Perfect.
Somebody asked me if they could hand stitch with it, which I've never done before, but I have tried hand stitching with it. It does work. It's not as fabulous as it is in your machine.
Okay. Well, that was another one of the questions that I had. It's mostly, can we put the invisible thread in both the top and the bobbin? And,
yes.
Can we hand sew with it? Do you need to buy the templates separately if you purchase the Table Runner quilt kit?
No, the Table Runner quilt kit comes with the templates. So you get all the fabric and you get the templates. So no, the only thing that doesn't include is the wadding.
Right. Perfect. Right, let me go and grab everybody else. There's Sasha back. Let me have a look. Because she's the one that wanders off. Let's be honest. She's the one that wanders off. I'll have to check everybody's back, and then off we go.
Me and Sarah, we sit and sew and do things, don't we?
All right,
I did wander off in that last bit. I went because the dinner smells amazing, so I just went.
Nice. We had turkey curry last night to use up the last of the turkey, and I was just like, it's like such a cliche, isn't it, turkey curry? But we actually haven't done it for years, and I was like, Phil, what are you doing for tea? He's like, I'm going to do turkey curry. It's got to be done. It's delicious.
I'm doing chicken stir fry tonight. Chinese chicken stir fry with the chicken leftovers.
What you got for tea, Sasha?
If it's,
oh, I remember that. If it's there, you can have it.
yep, that'd be the one. It'd be a buffet. I'm still not very impressed about Mrs. Dobber Nicola there. Do you know what I mean?
I just named and shamed, Sasha. Named
You
and
did.
shamed.
I mean, I thought like what stays in this group is in this group. Not
I
like
missed
it's all
that.
right. I know how it is. I know how it is.
But I love you, really.
Next time, I won't leave the room to pull my knickers out of my backside again.
No, do.
Sorry, I don't know if that actually got caught on camera or not.
Did you at least sneak out for a mince pie or something? No?
I did have the mint crisp chocolate as well.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
It is. It is.
Yeah, nice.
And then they stop it again, don't they? You can't get it anymore.
No.
Cadbury's, other brands of chocolate are around, but at Christmas they do this giant block of mint crisp, winter mint crisp it's called, and it is divine. It is wonderful, and I sort of limit myself to like 2 squares a day. I mean, it's Sunday, so I have 4, but calories don't count now, and it is just wonderful, and you can't get it anymore.
Look what my magic hands has just put in.
Magic Hands is doing good work today. He's brought you champagne. He's brought you biscuits.
I know.
Mince pies.
Oh no.
Yard of Jaffa cakes.
Biscuit.
I like the pastry. I'll have a biscuit. Thank you. Cheers. I like the pastry and I like the taste of a mince pie, but I don't like the mincy bit in the middle.
Oh, see, I'm really strange. I hate raisins and sultanas. If you give me fruitcake, wouldn't eat it. Don't touch it. Or put raisins in like coronation chicken or anything like that. Gross as far as I'm concerned. But Christmas pudding and mince pies, it's a different texture because it's all like the same sort of like.
Oh no, that's what puts me off. I love a raisin. I don't like sultanas, and I don't like them bits of fruit in it either. But I can't. I love the mince pie pastry, and I love the taste of the mint. I just can't handle the whole.
Just scoop out the bit in the middle, so you've got the mincemeat juice on the pastry.
Yeah, that's
all the
what
flavour
I like.
and none of the mushy bit.
Yeah, and then I can just have extra pastry.
Deary me. Right. Okay, Sasha, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's
Excellent.
get this done,
I
shall
shall
we?
switch it over to you. You ready?
I'm ready.
There you go.
So, hello everyone. Hope you all had a fab Christmas. I've got a couple of new fabrics that I've put on the website today, and you all, from watching on Create and Craft, you know that this is my #1 fabric that Fabric Freedom actually do. Absolutely adore this one. And I think so many of you do as well, because this is the one fabric that I have had the most messages about. So we have the stunning blue and with the gold metallic butterflies, and they're a really good size. So these are great for things like your applique. You can do 3D work with them as well, which I'm going to show you a bit later on. So we have got the navy, which is the navy background with the blue butterflies with the gold, and then I have, and I haven't, I've just cut myself a strip of this one off, so I haven't actually, and then we have got the blue, the cream, sorry. So we have got the navy blue background, and then we have got the cream background. I can't decide, to be quite honest, which one is actually my favourite, because I adore them both, as you all know. It's such a versatile fabric. It's on the website under Oriental, and it really is beautiful. A couple of things that I will say. So I always get asked the size of the biggest butterfly. So the biggest butterfly, wingtip to wingtip, is 5 inches across and about 2.5 inches in depth. So again,
Sasha?
they are amazing for added on applique. I'm going to show you a little trick later where we're actually going to put them back to back with some Splendid Web Plus, or you can
Sasha?
use Heat and Bond or Bondaweb, and you can actually manipulate them and actually make them 3D as well. So I know that this one, so many of you have been waiting for it to come back in. If anybody hasn't done it yet, I will give a shout out. So if anybody hasn't done it yet, on a Sunday evening, Sasha Sews goes live on Facebook. And I know that all the other guys have lives at various other times. But on Monday evening, tomorrow night, if you register on Sasha Sews as a new person, so to speak, so register on Sasha Sews, and if you like and follow Sasha Sews 123 on Facebook or Instagram, you can then message and you can be part of a free Zoom call. Well, it's actually Teams, a free Teams call tomorrow night. And basically, I'm not going to be teaching, but we are just an awful lot of people that want to get together between Christmas and New Year, and we're just going to have a bit of a sew and a bit of a chit chat. And it'd be so nice if any of you wanted to get involved, because normally it's us babbling on and we don't get to hear your voices or see your faces. So all I'm asking is that you put yourself on camera so we can actually see you on there at first, then you can turn it off if you want to. You can do sewing, you can do crochet, knitting, papercraft, diamond art, painting, whatever craft you do. It is just going to be about an hour and a half, 2 hours of people just doing what we love to do. So yes, that is going to be tomorrow evening, and I will be sending out the team's information tonight. So yeah, so you need to go on to Sasha Sews 123 on Facebook, like and follow, send me a message with your email, because basically that gives me permission, and I will send you the link. Right, bit of housework done. What are we going to be doing with these beautiful butterflies? So I am going to make some storage pods. Love, love, love the storage pods. And I just forgot I haven't cut my little bit of a strip yet. I'm going to do the blue navy. Jeanette, did you say tomorrow night, Sasha? I couldn't find the date. Yes, we are going to do it tomorrow evening, and it's going to be about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it's going to be via Teams. So all you will need to do, please don't take my word for it, because I am not a guru at this stuff, but I think you need to download Microsoft app. You don't, and then just register, and then it's free Teams. And I think we're going to have about, I don't know how many, well, I think I've got an awful lot of emails to send out, but it'd be fine. It'd be fine. I'm not worrying about the tech side of it until I've got to do the tech side of it, which will be tonight, and then we might have a meltdown, but it will be all good. So we're going to look at the hanging storage pods, and my vision in my hallway for these is I have some IKEA doweling, and basically you put these up, and then with the hooks you can hang the pods by the front door. Now I had 3 by the front door during COVID, and basically I used to have new masks, dirty masks, and then a pod for keys and stuff, but they're looking really, really tatty, and I took them down. So I want to replace them, and I love, love, love the butterflies. So I'm going to do 2 of the navy and 1 of the cream, and the cream butterflies will go in the middle. Jeanette, I downloaded Teams. It was very easy, like you said, and then message my email. Perfect, Jeanette. I will be getting back to everybody this evening. Ed, I'll be ordering the butterflies later. I know, it's so wonderful. Now, the inside fabric that I'm using on this one is the cream shimmer. Now, this has, as you can see, a very, very pale gold shimmer to it. So I thought that would look really, really pretty as well. So that's the fabric we're going to be using. And the template I'm going to do as a pattern haven't quite worked out yet how I get it into the computer, because I've sort of hand drawn it,
Sasha?
and then yes,
I've got a couple of people with a couple of questions. If you
Okay.
bear with me, just 1 second, I'm going to show people where that cream and the navy butterfly is on your website, because people are
Okay.
struggling to find it. So
Okay,
if,
no
if
problem.
that's all right with you, I will hop over and just do that.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
boop. There we go. So this is Sasha's website. Your best bet is to head up here. There's a little icon up here that says search, and then you'll be able to type it in there. I just put Orient. I think it's down as Oriental Butterfly, or you can just type butterfly and then hit that search button. It comes up there, and there's your two different options there with your cream and with your navy. There you go. Back in
Thank
the room.
you. So what I've decided to do is, this is my original template, and as you all know, I tend to do things on bits of cardboard and things like that, and then I try and post it into the computer to see actually if there's a letterbox slot somewhere where it's going to take it in and actually do something with it, but it doesn't work like that. So I decided I've got a load of things that I'm sending to Hayley, and we're going to do it as a panel again, because I know so many of you love the panels.
Put the rag rug
So-
in when you send it.
Sorry?
Put the jelly roll rug in when you send it, please.
Yes, yeah, it's all there together. It's
Thank
all there
you.
together. So this, and I will make sure I've got Hayley's address on it this time, not my own. And what I do like to make sure is that things are placed on the fold, and then I've got the top and I've got the bottom, and I think it'd be really good to do it as an actual panel, because then it's just going to make life easier for you. And I really struggle with this whole techie side of things. So when you cut it out, it actually looks like this. And what you're going to need is you're going to need a lining, an outside, and then a wadding, and a little tab for your tabbiness. So I'm going to move that camera down a little bit just so you can see what I'm doing. So I've got the fold here. Now this is a multi-directional fabric. We're going to place this on the fold, and then I'm going to cut round the actual template, and it makes it so much easier that you're actually cutting it on the fold as well. Oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? Do you know, guys, I think I've got the start of a frozen shoulder, and I'm not sure whether I have or whether I haven't, but all I know is it absolutely kills at the moment.
And
And
I've got a
it's been saying-
message from Jeanette. She said,
Yeah.
your Teams class or Teams get together. She downloaded Teams. It was very easy, just like you said, and then messaged in from there.
Oh, perfect.
So
You
yes,
see?
you are joining Sasha for that. Teams, very, very easy to download. And I'm sure if you drop her a message, she will send you some information on how to do that.
Yes. So the idea is we're going to do it tomorrow night. It's not me teaching or my normal quilt doctor one. It is just a chance for some of us to get together and have a little bit of a catch up, because I don't know. I think it's quite nice to do it before New Year, before Christmas. You know, there's quite a few people out there on their own, and yeah, I just thought it would be a nice thing to do. So there we go. We have got those beautiful butterflies.
Sasha, I've got
Yeah.
a couple of people saying that your camera's gone a little bit out of focus. You might just want to tap it and refocus it. There you go.
Is that
Give it
better?
a minute. Yeah, give it a minute. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So first things first, we are going to pop the wadding. Now you don't have to use wadding. You can use inner form. You can use a stiffer interfacing, you can use a lighter interfacing. You can really just use whatever you have got around, really. And that's just going behind your outside. And if you wanted to, you can quilt around these butterflies as well, if you wanted to do some hand quilting or add some beads or anything like that. Next thing that we're going to do, just move my phone out of the way, is we're just going to do this tabby tab. Just going to put the iron on. I didn't cut that very straight, did I? Or maybe it is straight, maybe it's just the Baileys. Not sure. Right, so we all know how to do a really nice, simple tab. We're going to fold those sides towards the middle, like so. Give that a press. And then we're going to fold that in half. And again, it's really, really up to you where you want your tab to go. On the design, I've sort of popped it here. So when I pop this like so, I've actually marked on there where the loop is to go, and then it sort of goes in the middle at the back, if you get what I mean. So I'm gonna just stitch that, and it's only a bit of top stitch. And I'm just going to stitch either side just to secure that.
How's your big jazzy machine?
I know, it's so nice. It is so nice. I'm a very lucky girl. Very lucky girl. It's that thing of getting used to things that are now in different places. Because you know what it's like. Things just end up in different places and not where they were. Right, so at this point, I'm going to work out where I want my flat to go, and I actually think I want it to go maybe. Do I want it in the middle-ish?
Well, I suppose it depends if you're hanging it up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to. You can just have these standing down. So I do put the actual on the design. But yeah, let's put it there and just see. If I don't like it there, I can move it later. The problem is it's just not going to be, maybe it's not going to be very central there, but let's just secure it. Right, so we've done that. And as I say, you can do quilting on it if you wanted to. You can do whatever bits that you want to do, but we're going to go straight in and start sewing. So first things first, you're going to fold it. This is the butterflies, which is the outside. We're going to fold it in right sides together, sorry. And then we're going to stitch all the way down that open side. And let's turn that up a little bit. Oh, do you know, it just sounds like an absolute dream. It really is a lovely machine, isn't it, Nicola? Oh, Nicola can't hear me, but
Can hear you, but she can't speak.
Well, I'm sure she'll say
and reply to you. But I'm sure when we get back to the all together bit, then I'm sure you can all wax lyrical about your beautiful jukies.
Right, so I've stitched along the bottom, and the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our boxed corners. Okay, so like always, we are going to open that out like so. Pin if you want to pin, but we're going to stitch straight across and make sure that we get, I like to make sure that it's all nice and straight, and that you catch all those fabrics as well. You don't want any weakness there. And then I'm going to make sure that seam is lined up like so. Oh. Yep, I've lowered that. Right. It's okay. It was me. That's the thing, I can't blame the machine anymore. It's a sewer's error if I don't do it properly. Right, let me just want to do that bit. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our lining, and again we're going to pop our right sides together, and we're going to go right the way down. But now is when you decide whether you're going to leave a turned through hole in the bottom of that back seam, or whether you're going to do it along the bottom. So I like to do mine along the bottom, a little bit easier because you're not going to see it and it just sort of gets lost there. Whereas sometimes if I know that I'm going to see that seam that I've had to stitch, then I would put it in the back, but I would hand stitch it. So I'm just going to secure that, and then I'm just going to secure that. So I'm just securing those stitches either side. So again, we've got that hole there, so we can turn everything through. Might need it a little bit bigger than that because I went a little bit close, I think. Let me just open that up a little bit. Well, what I'm going to do is, the plan is that the second part of this, which is the putting it together and turning through, we'll do in the next bit when we come back to me. Right, then we're going to open and close up that box bottom. Make sure that's all nice and flat, like so. Oh, bit fiddly there.
Just while you're doing that, did I send you my address? Because I know you were going to send me things.
Did you? I think you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, well done. I couldn't remember whether I'd done it or not.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
Excellent. Jeanette says she got the VQ4 for her birthday and the next few years' birthdays. And she's still finding what everything is and where it all is.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because, you know, I've got the big Janome downstairs, and I am, you know, I'm a Janome girl. I love Janome. But every now and again, it's quite nice to change things up. And I must say, when it comes to things like bag making and denim, it just flies through it. It really, really does. It's beautiful. So I've got that hole there. Right, so we are at the stage where we have done our lining and we have done our outside. And the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to put our right sides together, and that is where I am going to stop so that you can come back to me after we've gone back to Sarah.
Excellent. Let me have a look. Have we got everybody? Yes. Splendid. Let's undo the microphone.
Oh, they've
There you go. Oh, what you got now? You got more Bugs Fizz.
Oh yeah, I'm on the second one, love. I had a mince pie as well. I'm all sorted. Yeah.
I had a biscuit. I'm on the
Living the
tea now.
Oh, you're
Oh no.
just the one, Nicola. I mean, I've barely got through mine. Sorry, Sasha, because I had to mute everybody in the middle of that because Matt stuck his head round the door and says, dinner's got to simmer for an hour, so he's off out. Wait, apparently, because we're down by the seaside, he's gone down to the arcades. He's gone to play on the penny machines.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Cute.
He's just having a lovely time to himself. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll be at least another hour, maybe more. It's fine.
There's something quite therapeutic about those penny machines, though.
oh, I love them.
Yeah,
I
so
get
do I.
obsessed.
Like dropping
obsessed.
everything.
It's that thing, isn't it? Like, obviously, like Hayley, living right by the sea, no locals go to them in the summer. In the summer holidays, in the Easter holidays, because you can't win anything. You know, it's like they're set so high, some of these machines.
It's all
in like
tickets now as well, isn't it?
Yeah, in the height of the season. So it's like this time of year, it's lovely because you can just go down with the kids and do the pennies. And the only thing that I think that is sort of a little bit sad is you get the parents now that they give the kids like a handful of pennies and then they're like wet wiping them after every single go through. You know, I mean, I used to put the pennies in the slot and I used to have my sandwiches. I used to sit on the beach.
Oh, hot donuts down Barry Island.
Oh,
in the amusement arcade, pennies, and then hot donuts down Barry Island.
Splendid.
see?
Splendid.
It's funny, isn't it, how we just have them traditions and we all just love it.
Yeah.
For once, I do actually have some, because I don't usually do very well at remembering to put stuff on for these. But and both Sarah and Sasha will know this one particular lady who managed to find these before they were even up, before the category was even live. And I will say I have just checked my QR code. It takes you to the 1st of December. So I'm going to show you how to find the quilt kits, and then I'm going to show you a couple that I have here. So let me just pop over to the web. So if you hit the QR code that was on my screen, that will take you to the 1st of December. You're going to need to click up on the Craft Yourself Silly logo. That will take you to the homepage. And then Secret Sewing Club. And then the 29th of December. Now, these quilt kits, you may recognize some of these because we got in touch with the people at Free Spirit who make the quilt kits. And some of these were originally, I think, designed for Create and Craft. So, have you got any left? Because thinking, well, if they're not there anymore, they may still have some left and they may need to be sold. But both Sarah and Sasha know one particular lady. I'm going to give initials, I'm not going to name and shame. CG, who managed to find these a week and a half before we actually released the category. And she managed to nab herself an absolute bargain. So these are quilt kits and they are all half price. They are mostly Kaffe. We've got a couple of William Morris on there, a couple of Sanderson on there, and there's one Tula Pink on there as well. So if I just quickly nip back to my thing, there you go. These are heavy. This is how they will come to you. So they will come in a bag. Absolutely everything for the quilt front is in there, and there are some huge amounts of fabric in some of these. These weigh an absolute ton, and everything on our website, our Craft Yourself Silly website, is free postage over £30, and I don't think there are any that are under £30. So this one is the Blue Dreams quilt, and this one finished size is 173 centimeters by 223 centimeters. So that is huge. That is getting towards double bed. Hang on a second, let me just grab you all. Yes, you're all still there. Splendid.
So what I was going to say is, so obviously I did a couple of the shows.
Yes.
Selling these. don't necessarily look at the quilt design, okay? Because maybe it's a quilt design you don't like, or maybe you will see that some of them, it says that they're intermediate, something like that. Don't look at that. Think about the quantities of the fabric you are getting in these kits. They are unbelievable. Do your own thing. Just snap them up. And that's how I was selling them. Because when you go onto the website and when you read, it will say intermediate or, beginner or whatever. And then it would put people off straight away. You've got to look at the fabric quantities. It is immense, the amount of fabric.
Huge amounts of
really
fabric
is.
In these. I'm just going to actually nip into one of them and see if it says how many.
Do one of you other ladies want a demo so I can get on Kaylee's website, please?
I'm on there.
Well, no, I mean, it was.
Through, I was like, oh.
I mean, obviously, Crate and Craft going down lemonade. Because there were people left with stock that was due to go to these people, and they were happy to take offers on it because they had nowhere else for it to go. So because we got them at a really good price, we're able to, pass that on to you guys. And there are some amazing quilts on there. Let me just switch it back to web really quickly. And if you guys just give me a shout, I will jump you back in. So that. Yes, Mrs. G is a sneaky monkey. Yeah, I thought they had the fabric quantities on them. But if I can do the maths, I should be able to work them out for you. So let me just have a quick look. Oh, it's huge amounts of beautiful fabric. A couple of the Kaffe ones do have slightly bigger prints in. So things like this one, the Curly Stars quilt, it's got some slightly bigger prints in, and they do work better as the little kind of blocks on their own. And what's the other one? It's down at the bottom. It is this one, the tropical orange one. They do kind of benefit from having those slightly bigger blocks in them. And that one's 120 centimeters by 120 centimeters. There are not masses of these. There are maybe like low double figures of each of them. So do get in there quick. And if any do go out of stock, I will try and remove them as we go, so that people aren't kind of clicking into stuff.
Can I just say, Mrs. G has commented and said, I was looking for Kaffe scrap bags, and then there they were.
Well, I think what she's done is she's maybe done a thing on the search bar where she's just put in Kaffe and it magically appeared. But yes,
fair play to
Mrs. G. Hey, I wasn't gonna stop her because fair play, she managed to find them.
Yeah.
Good on you. Good on you. Fill your
What a bargain. What a bargain for somebody.
But yes, this is we're kind of like, trying to make the best of a bad situation here, and we've managed to secure not loads. So do be quick. But if you are I think they're mostly Kaffe designs. There are like a little smattering of Tula Sanderson and William Morris in there as well. But it all comes from that same kind of free spirit stable. So
there's a couple of them there that I want.
Fabric, great quality. So yes, do go and have a look and see if you can find yourself an absolute bargain. It'd be quite nice to do with your window one, especially with some of those big prints that need that bit more breathing room.
Right. Because it's just an aperture and you can play around with whatever size. If you've got those big prints, it works perfectly for that. Yeah.
And talking of that quilt, I shall hand it back to you if your mince pies are away.
Yeah,
I know you sewed them in.
Yeah, I did stuff one quickly. That was my lunch.
I was referring to your sewing of your pajama top to keep your mince pies in.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's plenty of room in it. It was the buttonhole, and I was just like, oh, that's indecent. That's indecent. I had to quickly stitch up the buttonhole.
All right, it's over to you.
Hello, my lovelies. So I'm going to quickly go back through the lucky dip just for those people who are joining us recently. So we're going to go over here. So one of the items we've got on for sale today is a lucky dip of 0.5 meters. Okay, so they are all this season's fabrics. Hang on, let me just move some of my rubbish out of the way. That's from my demo in a minute. They're all this season's fabrics. There's it's mostly Moda, but there is some Lewis and Irene, there's some Michael Miller, there's some Macawa, there's some Liberty. This is a Liberty one, all 100% cotton. And it is, like I said, it is a lucky dip. Contents will vary. It's any 4 0.5 meter pieces for £10. So, you know, we will give you a nice selection as we're packing and everything. We'll go through and pick out 4 different ones. Okay, you obviously can't choose the ones you get, but you know that's the whole. They're very, very, very reasonably priced. So that's, you know, that's kind of a lucky dip element. But they're great for just building your stash up. If you are doing things like Project Linus quilts or quilts for veterans, anything like that, it's just a really good way of building your stash up. There are just some beautiful, beautiful prints there. Basically, I needed some space in the shop because we had so much new stuff coming in. And so I took all the ends of bolts off. So anything that had like 2 meters or less off, cut them all into 0.5 meter pieces. So some of them genuinely have only been in the shop maybe sort of 4 or 5 months. They're really new fabrics. That was one of the Moda My Summer House ones. So yeah, there's some beautiful, beautiful ones there. And it's a bargain because they work out £2.50 for 0.5 meter, where you wouldn't get a fat quarter for that normally. So there's that. I'm just going to come back and just do a quick bit of admin, because Sasha reminded me when she was talking about her team meeting get together and everything. We've got something coming up in January, which we've done now for the last 4 years. It's a 12-hour sew-along. It's on January the 12th. We will be live on Facebook from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. And it's a sponsored thing. Sharon, I'm hoping is going to pop up the link in a minute, the Just Giving link. We're raising money for a charity called Freedom for Girls. This year we do a different charity every year, and our lovely gigglers chose the charity this year. So we're doing it for Freedom for Girls, and Sarah and I try and finish as many projects as we can within that 12-hour period. So because we do so many lives and we get like that little circle I've just done, I will try and finish that live. I'll get the project finished, and then we give the projects away. So you can comment, you can chat away to us. People come into the shop and join in as well. But it's a really, really lovely day. You can, if you're not doing anything on that day and you want to join us, you can just pop into the live at any point between 10 and 10. It is a bit of a marathon sewing day. We are quite tired at the end of it. But last year, I think we raised about £800 for the charity during the day. And, it's just a really nice way. And you guys get to, ask for, you can sort of, if once we finished a project, we'll say, right, okay, who would like this? And if you want it, you can say yes, and we pull your name out of a drawer and it goes off to people. Sometimes it's a quilt top, and people then make them into their own quilts, or sometimes it might be a cushion cover that we finished, or, there's been soft toys, all sorts. So, January the 12th, if anybody is about and they'd like to join us live, that would be amazing. We're there 12 hours. Come and support us if you would. So, right, anyway, back to demoing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lovely desert roll and show you just one little thing you could do with it. I'm a little bit enamored of this at the moment. It is really, really beautiful. So we're going to just take one of the strips. Let's have a green one. Let's have this lovely green one, okay? And we're going to do some half rectangle triangles. Now, we're very used to half square triangles, but half rectangle triangles are a slightly different method. You have to do something slightly different with them, and it can be a little confusing. So I thought I'd do a bit of a demo for you. Now, I'm cutting these double because I can see where it is, but cut them singly if you're worried. And I can get 10.5 by 5 inches out of these easily. You could squeeze 11 out of it, but for safety's sake, I'm doing 10.5 by the 5 inches that they are. Okay, so I'm chopping these up like that. Here we go. So I've got those 2 there. So 2 out of 1 strip, which are different. And then this has got the other 2 here. So let's just make sure that I'm getting that in okay. Actually, I'm just going to very quickly iron that crease so that I don't cut it wrong. There we go. Like that. And then I'm going to do 10.5 by 5 on this one. I love the fact that this is all of the different designers from Moda, all of their most popular prints they've put into one dessert roll. I always want to say desert roll instead of dessert roll, but I should know better really, because it's, you know, honey buns and jelly rolls. It's a thing, isn't it? Here we go. So I've got the 4 pieces out of the 1 strip. Okay. Now I'm going to put, which 2 should we put together? Let's put those 2 together and those 2. Okay, let's use these 2 to start with. Now, normally if we were doing half square triangles, okay, I'm loving the fact it's a pajama party, but this is driving me potty, the fact that my sleeves won't stay up while I'm demoing. I like constantly push it up.
You need
so
some
normally
those,
when you
like sleeve garters, the bankers
I do.
have.
I need some sleeve garters. I have to put a hairband there to keep them up. It's all right. It's because they're so long. Because I'm such a short girl, they're so long. I'm like, they're getting them away. Right. With half square triangles, obviously you would just put right sides together, and you would draw your diagonal line, and then you'd stitch 1/4 of an inch either side of the line. So if I put a ruler there, like I've stitched it, normally you'd go diagonally, wouldn't you? And then you'd stitch 1/4 of an inch either side, and then cut up the drawn line and press out. Now with half rectangle triangles, you can't do that, because if you did, when you press them out, you'd have this funny sort of kite shape. Okay, so you have to offset them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my top one, my top right corner, and put that on my top left, like that. And my bottom left corner goes on my bottom right, like that. So it looks really odd when you line them out. Can you see you've still got a diagonal line there. Okay, it's very easy to try and do that. Okay, so you're just going, sorry, top right to top left, bottom left to bottom right, like that. Okay, so you've got this sort of funny crossover thing going on. You're then going to draw your diagonal line. Okay, so I've just opened up that lovely gift pack, and I'm using the dark mechanical pencil. You've also got a white one in there. You've got the Air erasable pen, and you've got a fabric glue pen in there. So there's it's a really nice little set, that. So I'm going to draw my diagonal line all the way down, like that, corner to corner, and then pop a pin in. Hold these down together. We're now going to do, just like you would with a half square triangle, you're going to stitch down 1/4 of an inch either side. So there we go, over here. Okay, and you want to do a scant 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so normally you would put the edge of your 1/4 inch foot right on the line and stitch down. I'm actually going to put my 1/4 inch foot right in the middle of the line, so I'm getting a scant 1/4. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way down this side, like that. We do have a half rectangle triangle pattern, which is called the HRT quilt, the hot flush quilt, HRTs. It's slightly different to this one, but it does show you step by step how to do this technique. There we go, all the way down that one, like that. Okay. So back over to here, and we're going to chop this up now and iron it. And I'm going to show you how to square it up, because you square them up slightly differently as well. So we're going to go corner to corner, like that. Again, up that drawn line, and just cut that up. Now you want to press them. So we'll bring this over, and we're going to press away. Ooh, would press away if I hadn't missed a little thread there. And then it doesn't matter which way you press them. Press the dark side, press the light side, just press them one way. Okay. like that. And you've got that half rectangle triangle like that. Okay, so we'll do the same on this one. And then you do need to square them up because they will vary quite a bit because of how fabric moves against each other and everything. So, and again, how, whoa, throwing my scissors on the floor, how you square them up is slightly different too. Now, I've played around with these, and you can do this with any size rectangle. You know, make them bigger, make them smaller, whatever you like. But for the size that I had to start with, which was 5 inch by 10.5, I can get a 4.5 by 9.25 inch rectangle out of it. You could just go 4 by 9 if you wanted to, but that's what you'll waste a lot of fabric that way. So I'm going, because it's not a set pattern, I'm going with as much as I can get out on my ruler. Okay, hang on, I'm just going to go to that one in a second. Well, another little tip that I would say is find where, hang on, if I've got a piece of white, a second, let me find a piece of white fabric so I can put this on for you. Here we go. Find where the 4.5 is on your ruler and go down to where it meets the 9.25. Okay, and I've used a little piece of tape, washi tape, masking tape, seam guide tape, just to mark that 9.25 line. It can be quite confusing if you haven't got anything marking your ruler to find where these points are otherwise. So you can mark that one out, and you could also mark it up the 4.5 as well if you wanted to. Okay, what you're going to do then is you're going to lie your HRT out. You're going to find the 4.5 mark right at the top here on your ruler, and you're going to place that on the diagonal seam there. Okay. You then want to find where the 9.25 hits the ruler here, the 0, and that needs to be within the fabric. So you're going to move this up and down the seam line. Okay, so I'm keeping the 4.5 up and down the seam line until, you see, so I'm moving it around until the 9.25 also hits that seam there. You then want to check that your ruler is within the fabric. Okay, so I've got fabric overlapping here, I've got fabric overlapping here. Make sure that's in there. It's very easy to get very concentrating and go, right, I've got my 4.5, I've got my 9.25, but actually I've got no fabric under my ruler here. Okay, so you'd cut them too small. So it is a slightly different way of squaring up. Just have a little think about it as you're doing it, making sure that the whole of the area that you want has got fabric within it. So I'm going to go up that side and across the top like that, and then flip it. And now I can do my exact 4.5 down that line and my 9.25. And like I said, I'm just using those measurements because that's what I could get out of these squares. If you're worried about it, you know, your stitching's a little, you can't quite get that because your 1/4 inch seam allowance is a little bit big or anything, do 4 by 9 or 4.25 by 9 or something. You know, work out what you can get out of your rectangles like that. Okay, and there we have a really lovely, really crisp HRT. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just very quickly do the other one so I can show you how we can put them together. So again, got that diagonal line, doesn't matter which way it's going. Okay, put my 4.5 right at the top here like that. Find the 9.25 and move that ruler, move it, keep moving it along the seam until 4.5, 9.25 it in, double checking I'm just in there, which is fine, but I've got the fabric in there. So I can go up that side and across like that, and then I can go down this way. Now, once you've done these, there are so many different ways you can put these together. You can make diamonds, you can make all sorts of patterns, you can do like Y seams around a square and stuff in them, lots and lots of things you can do them. So all I did to start with was just put them together like this. Okay, so you can see I've just put them together in their colors so that as they came off the strip, the 4 that I made, so you obviously make 4 HRTs off the one strip in the dessert roll, and I've put them together and I've kept them as a color palette, and you get these lovely sort of like elongated rectangles happening. You can, again, these are I've done off the orange one. You can keep them together in their patterns like this and make really interesting sort of bands and stuff. Okay, so you get like these lovely sort of rhombusy stripes happening. Okay, and then you would have another color, so we'd have that one there like that. You could have really nice stripes happening like that. You can have them all go in the same way, so have them all like with the darker triangle like this. Okay, so we'll have all the darker ones like that. Play around with them. You can do lots and lots of different things with them. Okay, if you want to do diamonds, okay, because I've done all of mine, I moved that original. Hang on, let me grab another two. A second. So with all these ones, I moved my top right to top left and bottom left to bottom right. Okay, and I went that way. So they all made triangles going that way. Okay, you can't really make diamonds doing this way because it doesn't, the seam's not going the other way. So if you wanted to make diamonds, you're going to just do the opposite. So you're going to make half of your rectangles going top left, bottom right, and your other half, you're going to do it the other way. So you're going to go top left to top right, bottom left to bottom right to bottom left. So you want it to go the other way. Okay, what I'll do is hang on, if I do that with this one, if I do it with this one for you, then I can show you how to make a diamond then in the green. So these ones where we moved that way to the left. This next one, if you want diamonds, we're going to move to the right like that. Okay, and I'll very quickly just sew this up so that you can see what I mean by the diamonds then. Okay, lost my pencil? Where's it gone? I've dabbed it down. There it is over there. So, any questions there, Hayley? Is there anybody asking any questions?
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the questions. I was working out why we had sold -2 quilt kits.
Lots of people want the same quilt kit. Yes. My website does that sometimes.
I was trying to frantically work out how I'd sold -2.
Yeah, my website does that sometimes. If people are trying to check out at the same time,
I think that's what
it doesn't know that it's out of stock.
There's a couple of people saying having problems with our website. I think that's what it might be. I think it was multiple people trying to check out the same thing at the same time. I want that one. Yeah. So I will go and have a look at that and see if we can get that sorted for you.
It is, yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was going to say,
Hodges now has visions of you rolling down the sand dune.
He's got visions of me going down a sand dune. What have I done?
I think that was maybe from our earlier.
Barry Island.
Conversation.
Yeah. Who watched Gavin and Stacey? Did anybody watch the finale?
Do you know what? I didn't. I haven't really done much Christmas telly yet.
Oh, it did make me cry, I have to say, and I'm not a crier, but it was quite emotional.
Just being out and about doing stuff. So, see, the beauty is now it's all on catch up, so you can watch it whenever you like. Now.
Yes, indeed, yeah. But obviously, it's filmed in Dinas Palace where we are. Okay. All the Essex scenes are actually literally in a house which is 3 minutes from the shop, if that, by foot, literally round the corner. It's not Essex at all. It's Pam and Mick's house is actually Dinas Palace, and then obviously we're just by Barry Island, aren't we, for the rest of it?
We used to, because we're in the northeast, we were always beset by Vera every.
Yeah.
It was a pain in the bum. They can never get anywhere because they're always somewhere along the coast at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were always just couldn't get anywhere, couldn't get moved for Vera.
There we go. Right, I'm just very quickly going to square these ones up. Hang on. So 4.5.
Do you want me to cut you a template that's exactly the right size?
Trouble is, I'd need templates in about 12 different sizes, lovely.
That's fine.
You can absolutely make a template in template plastic, but I'm always one for, if you can use your ruler, do it. You know, you've got the rulers with the markings on there.
Do you know what would massively help though?
What's
it's
that?
one with the right angle on.
Yes,
So
yeah,
you could
that
line
would
it up
really
with your
help.
seam, that would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would. Actually, that is a good shout.
Okay.
So,
We'll discuss this a different day.
we'll
Carry
discuss
on.
that another point. Okay, so 9 1/4 there. Here we go. So by doing 2 one way and 2 the other way, I can now make diamonds as well. So if you want them, those first sort of combination of patterns that I was showing you, do them all the same way, move them all to the left. But if you want to make diamonds, which is what this will make, you do 2 left and 2 right. So I've got to get this right now. There we go. So you can then make really beautiful diamond patterns as well, okay, by doing 2 left, 2 right. Okay, and you get that lovely diamond happening then, you know, with very little, you know, worrying about the angles and stuff. It's quite easy to do. You know, again, you can play around and have like multi-colored diamonds and stuff. You make some really, really interesting modern quilts just with sort of that one HRT look. I love this elongated sort of offset diamond, which works really well. Or like I was saying with like the orange ones, you can do, you know, mix and match them as well. You know, they don't have to be the same colors. And you can do that. And there's the other orangey one like that. You can mix and match your blocks if you want to do different diamonds like that. You know, use complementary colors. So yeah, lots and lots you can do with this. But I am a little bit obsessed with this desert roll at the moment. Dessert roll. I always want to say desert. I just think it's got so much potential for really funky modern quilts.
Do you want me to quickly show people where all of that is?
Oh yes, that would be lovely, hun. Yeah, if you want to go on the website. Fabulous.
No problem, madam. So if you head to the White Gecko Craft Lounge, obviously it says orders will be posted on the 2nd of January because we're all on Christmas and we're all sitting here in pajamas. But that's fine. All the things that Sarah is showing you today are in this category here, the Secret Sewing Club category. So if you hop in there, you can see there's all the kind of boutiques and the best press. There's that dessert or desert roll, whichever way you want to go on it. And that one has, is it 20 strips or is it 45-inch strips on there? I don't know. I said, is it 20 or 40 space 20 strips, 5 inches wide. So it's equivalent to a regular 40 strip jelly roll, but you're just getting kind of perfect. Sorry, Sarah's just explaining to me. And there again are those bargain packs with your Lucky Dip fat quarters as well. So let me just go and grab everybody. And there they are, beavering away. Have you finished your pot, Sasha? I
finished one, but this one is still here.
I thought you'd sneakily done it when we weren't watching. I think it's not you next, it's Nicola next.
No, I'm ordering. I've done my list. I've got in my basket with Nicola, I've got my necklace. And with Sarah, I've got me pens because they are an absolute bargain.
Yeah, they really are, aren't they? Yeah, like I said, I didn't have many left, so I was being ruthless. I was like, right, I need these gone now. So
they're out showing us out of stock on your website now.
Oh, they've all gone then. Oops.
Oh no.
And just to give people an update, we are down to...
I might have a spare one, lovely. I'll let you know.
You can have the one she's using. I'm sure she'll send you that one. We are down to 3 quilt kits left. That is one of them. That is the Blue Dreams one. Again, this one is down as Advanced Beginner. I would say it doesn't necessarily have to be. You can jiggle that around. You can, put that into kind of any which way you like. I'm going to get it a bit closer so you can see. Oh, it might be easier to do on the website, actually. Oh, because that's a heavy one, that one. Oh, it's big one.
You know, I mean, when you think, K Fabric is not the cheapest, or the William Morris, or you know, and that's how, obviously we all sell things in different ways when we were on Create and Craft. And sometimes some people will see a beginner's quilt and think, oh, that's going to be too easy. I don't want that. And sometimes people would see intermediate and think, oh, no. I'm not even going to look at it. But with these bargains, it's about the quantities, the actual fabric.
Absolutely. There's such a lot in there. I've just tried to work it out because I know roughly the kind of formula that was used to put them together. So in the Ladylike one, I think there's at least 12 meters in that one. That's the kind of biggest one that we have left. And then the other two, let me have a look.
Have you got the greeny one beginning with S?
No, all gone.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because that's like 11 or 12 meters and the fabric is
the other two
stunning.
So this one that I've got here, there's 10 meters, at least 10 meters of fabric in that. So that's Cape fabric at like £8 a meter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But again, lemon's lemonade. I mean, it was all poop, but you know, we're working our way through it. And you know, there's if it hadn't happened, we wouldn't have this. So
no.
All good. Right, let's have a look.
That.
Let me get it set up, ready for Nicola. And I must say, I've now got two massive screens and the two laptops and the phone. So yeah, I think I'm ready for the rockets now.
Tell you what, it's going to be taking over the world.
Hayley,
I wish you
You're going to be directing aircraft in, aren't you?
Be careful with it. Look,
I think Hayley was in charge of that space rocket that was going near to the sun.
there's one.
I
There's the
think
other one.
she was doing that, you know.
So yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, and I'm probably going to have to reset that now. So I'll do that in a minute. Nicola, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Excellent. Over to you.
Whee! Well, a bit of an update. Thank you, everyone. The kit, I'm just going to grab this. My lovely table runner kit has sold out. Thank you very much. Congratulations if you've got that. We're not on holiday, so we'll be posting out orders in the next tomorrow, maybe. So, so we're not taking a break. And I also wanted to remind you, there's this lovely quilt that Steph made with some gorgeous quilting on it. Any orders placed up until the end of the year, which is day after tomorrow, will go into the draw to win this quilt, and I'll be drawing it on New Year's Day. So in December, my Dave is telling me what to do. It's like having a little voice in my head that's not so little. Any orders placed in December go in the draw to win this amazing quilt, and I'll be sending that out to one lucky person. But because that kit's sold out, I've got some fat quarter bundles of the lovely backing fabrics available. So we've just put those on the website. So if you missed out on the kit, there are the fat quarter bundles, like gorgeous colours there.
Show those for you, Nicola.
That would be amazing. If Dave has done it properly, it should be on there.
I shall go and have
Thank
a look.
you.
So, this is the Daisy and Grace website. You can either come in through the home page here, which will have lots of the fantastic templates on, or if you use the QR code, you'll come in through the Secret Sewing Club, which is here. Obviously, that quilt kit, or the table runner kit, has sold out. So let's have a look down the bottom. Hey, hooray for Dave! Yeah, that plain bundle, the Macawa Spectrum bundle, is just at the bottom here. And I shall hand back over to Nicola, who can tell you all about them.
Yeah, so I just chose all these lovely colours to go with that Amy Butler fabric, but actually they work brilliantly on their own. So they're just fat quarters, all plain Macawas, gorgeous. And I think I'll be using that in another project because I like them so much. If you didn't get hold of the kit, you can make it in other colours. So this is one I made quite a few years ago, quite a plain one with scraps. And the size of quilting templates It's lovely for scraps. So all your scraps, it sort of fits on. But what am I going to do next? I am going to talk about EPP and jewellery. So let's go to my overhead. While we were talking, I've just been stitching some bits while Sarah was showing us this lovely half HRTs, half rectangle triangles. They were fabulous. But I'm going to just show you how I do my EPP. Now, you can use a glue pen. And while we were watching Sarah, I actually put together this little hexagon one using glue pen to fold down the fabric. I personally like taking a needle and thread, and I use really rubbish thread. Let me grab my thread. This is an old reel of thread that's not very good for machine stitching. Let's zoom in.
Is this the kind of stuff that you get when people gift you sewing kits and things, and it's not
Yeah,
and it keeps snapping, but for this purpose, it's
it's
brilliant 'cause it's always
perfect.
weird colours as well.
Yeah, like this. Look at this lovely peachy. But yeah, I keep those and I use them for my English paper piecing. And when I English paper piece, I use freezer paper because then I don't need pins. So the lovely purse here was made with freezer paper, and all the jewellery kits have these in them. So I just love the freezer paper because you stick it on and then you don't need to have pins. So all I do is go round and tack the fabric down, and I love doing this. When it gets cold and you're sitting watching the TV, I can't just sit and watch TV anymore. I have to be doing, and I just love doing this. So it's good if you've got hospital appointments or traveling. It's just a nice little thing to be doing. So you can see how easy that is to fold over your fabric and tack. And you can see it's rubbish thread because it's just knotted. There we go. But I'm not a EPP or quilt police. If you prefer gluing them down, good for you. Do it. It's fine. It's just not for me. So please don't have a go at me for stitching, and I won't have a go at you for sticking. But if you manage to get hold of Sarah's lovely glue pen set, you'll be well away because you can glue to your heart's content.
We don't have any police here at the Secret Sewing Club.
No,
by
exactly.
any means necessary.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way here.
No, exactly. There isn't. You do what you makes you happy, because the sewing is the thing that should calm you down and make you happy. Now, on the jewellery, I hate saying that, but on the necklace kit, yeah.
Nicola, just before you get into the necklace, it says your necklaces are coming up at £15. Is that correct? Because somebody.
Oh yes, I think Dave told me off when we were off air, and said that I'd said £10. I'm really sorry. I made a mistake.
That's fine, no problem.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I made a complete boo-boo there. They are £15. There's a lot in the pack.
Yeah, and you've got to remember that, I mean, we used to have presenters and we used to have a whole production team that would check all of this before we were let loose. And at the minute, obviously, we're all kind of learning and we're all trying to do things a bit more for ourselves. So yes, it is £15. I have checked on the website and it is definitely showing the correct price on there.
I am so sorry, everyone.
That's all right.
I made a complete boo-boo there. So I'm going to be doing the jewellery hexagons, and the jewellery has a permanent fusible interlining in the hexagon that you stick on, and I have actually glued those down because they're not coming out. It's the coming out taking the paper away that I don't like with glue, but obviously if you're okay with that, that's fine. So for the jewellery, I'm taking one with the fusible and one that's got the freezer paper in, and I'm putting wrong sides together. And all you're going to do, I'm using this rubbish thread because it's a funny colour, so you might be able to see it. I'm going to hold it up to the camera a bit when I've done it so that you can see. All you do is over sew these together, and I'm going to hold that a bit. No, I'm out of shot. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I'm just going to keep it held there and sew it. So I'm just sewing them together like that. And then once you've sewn all the way around your hexagon, you would use a thread that matches the backing, which in this case is this lovely blue color. So use a thread that matches that. Once you get, I'm only going to do 2 sides so I can show you the next step. You stop and you take your tacking stitches out like this, and then you just unfurl those edges, and that paper should just pull away. And I normally do this on the last edge, and then you carry on stitching, and then you get a hexagon that's like this, that's quite solid, but it's got the backing on. And you join them. I show you all this in the pattern. You join them with a buttonhole stitch. So there's gaps in, let's put that, there's gaps in between the hexagons, so it sort of moves with you when you wear it. The other good thing is that you can wash it in a washing machine. So this has been washed quite a few times because this was my original one, and you might be able to tell it. You can see that it has been in the washing machine a few times, but it still looks fantastic. So that is my jewellery, and that's how you make the hexagons for the jewellery. And then I am going to show you, while we were off, I was watching Sarah as well. I was making the jewels. So I was putting those together from the center of my templates. And I'm going to grab, I seem to have lost it somewhere. I might need my magic hands help if I can. No, I've got it. So here is what I was making earlier. I'm just going to show you on this. When you join all your pieces together, it's really easy to take your tacking thread out. So I'm doing a center one, and I'll take that thread out. And on this bigger bits, it's more stuck. So just pull back your seam allowance and give that paper a little pull, and that comes away, and then you've got the fabric. So that's how you do it on a bigger piece of fabric as well. And then where was I going? I lost track completely. I'm completely thrown myself, so I'm going to come back to the front, because while I think about
right there, because we've done your jewellery.
Done my jewellery.
Yeah.
That's the same for the English paper piecing for my.
Oh yeah, we've still got that in stock actually. The purse.
Yes, that should be in stock, because I've made quite a few of those, because this is really popular. This is such a lovely little thing, and I keep my English paper piecing in, not this one because I've stuffed it full of wadding, but I will be using this for my English paper piecing, because I can put all these little bits in and take that around with me, and it's not too large. You can get a real thread, some pins and needles. Perfect. I've realised where I was going to go next with the glue. I was going to show you how to remove papers for the glue. So I'm going to go back to the overhead, and this has been stuck down. So when it's stuck down, you just peel the fabric away like so, and then you pull your paper, but sometimes it does get a little stuck, and it does get a little bit frayed, but that's the only thing with using a glue pen, so that's fine. So
I've got a question about reusing the papers. Are the papers reusable?
yes, so this is freezer paper like Sarah was using for her reverse cutout. No, I can't remember what she called it, but the circles.
I'll go and ask her. Hang on.
Yeah, she might be
What did
listening.
you call it, Sarah? It's an inset circle. There you go.
That's
so
the
nobody
one.
heard that. We need to repeat that.
Oh, so it's the ins. Oh, Hayley,
It's
don't
an
do this.
inset circle, and if you're looking for Sarah's pattern for that, it's a through the round window. Very play school vibes there. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a lovely title for that quilt. So that's freezer paper. So they are reusable. These ones are reusable because it's got a wax coating, and you can get about 4 to 5 uses out of it before they die, and then you can't use it again. So that's really cool. The ones in the jewellery, they are actually stay-in ones. So one side of them is staying, so it's a fusible interlining. So that's pretty cool. And I just wanted to say about my YLI invisible thread, it's amazing to use, and it's really quite soft, and it works really nicely in the sewing machine. So that's still available too.
Can you just remind us, we did have a lot of questions on that earlier about, can you
Perfect
with it? Can you get it in the top bobbin or bottom bobbin? Or
yes, you can. Yes, so I have hand sewn with it. I prefer to match the colour of the fabric to the thread when I'm hand sewing, but if you are doing lots of multiple colours, you can hand sew with this as well. Now I've just gone to my sewing machine and I've taken out my bobbin, and well, you won't be able to see because it has got invisible thread in it. So it's got invisible thread in the bobbin and the top, and that was when I was stitching. Let's grab these little shapes, and if I go to the overhead, you can see you can't see the thread on those. Oh, perfect. So there you go. You can't see the thread there like that, and it's really.
That one's much easier to see it on the lighter colour, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
And that's the one I think I went round twice.
I think maybe half a dozen times with that one.
I know.
Too busy chatting and not paying attention.
I know, I was just going round and round. And
I've got a message from Jeanette saying she's just ordered templates in your Paris necklace.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind.
Carol Jackson saying she always used to use Christmas cards for the hexagons.
Yes, I did too. So when I was younger, I've actually got a hexagon quilt that I haven't finished, that I started when I was a kid, and it's a precious. When you turn it over, you can see the Christmas cards from my nan and granddad that aren't here anymore, and I don't actually want to finish it because the back is so precious to me that I don't want to finish it.
You could have joined in with Sarah's 12-hour live and finish it off.
Yes. Yeah.
I suppose if you did finish it, you could always take the hexagons out and like put them all together in a frame or something.
Yeah, I think I will do that. So maybe while Sasha is on, I'll go and find that quilt, and then I can show you what I did as a kid.
Right, shall I go and grab some other people then?
Yeah, because I'm yeah, we've
there you
we've
go.
covered everything.
Hi, all back together. My pajamas have got penguins on the legs as well. Just because the top's not that exciting, you can't really see many penguins. But the bottom, I've pulled my little.
I can't see you on there. I've got to look over there. Oh,
I know. I can't see you on there. I'm having to look over it.
Oh,
I've got like 2 screens going. Like, where is she?
Hey,
mine's all the way.
Try being over here. Woo!
Woo!
This is a wheelie chair. I think I'm going to regret this. Hang on. Ta-da! The
We've
heat's
got to
come on
wait.
now, so it's getting a bit hot.
I know, we got to wait. Hang
'Cause
on,
we
we're
can't
waiting for
see
the
you,
da-da.
Okay, I shall wait. There's about like an 8-second delay. Have you got it yet?
Yes.
Oh my God, she's just broken every health and safety there is. She actually stood
We
on
don't
the
have
chair.
any now, though. There's no police. There's no club
Yeah,
police.
you're a wheelie chair as well. That's not good, love. You're
Yeah,
a-
I know.
I'm on a wheelie chair too.
I'm back
I'm not
sitting
doing
down
that.
in the wheelie chair. We're
But
we're
do you
all
know what
good.
I like even better? We can wear open-toed shoes and backless shoes, or just socks.
bare toes. I can't sew in anything. I like bare feet. I used to hate having to wear, you know,
Proper
all the
shoes.
dreaded Crocs. You know, you dare go.
Did
in
you get
sandals, you get the Crocs.
I never got crocked. Did anyone else get crocked?
No, I bought my
no.
own.
I'd cancel
Well-
a show rather than wear Crocs.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah,
I bought
but
my
also, I
own
mean,
Crocs.
how hygienic is that? If
Yeah,
you've got to wear the same
I bought my own Crocs. They were blinged up and they were platform, so that was good.
Excellent. Oh, you got your pizza knife? Sorry. Matt's just wandering around in the hall.
Oh, for people who don't know, because obviously we were presenters, obviously at Create and Craft. If we had the wrong footwear on, we had to wear these dreaded pink
Like
Crocs.
Crocs of shame.
The Crocs
weren't
of shame.
They were awful, and they were all on a little row outside the studio. So every time you went in the studio, it was like, whoa.
they? It's like having bowling shoes, though, isn't it? You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Right,
God, can you
Sasha.
imagine? Oh.
Sorry.
are you ready to finish your thing?
I
thing?
am ready. We're
It's a
all ready to
storage
go.
pot. It's not a thing. But I'm just
We
going to
are
say thing.
all ready to
All
go.
ready to go? Okie dokie.
Yeah.
I mean, we've whizzed through this today. It's like 4:30.
Wowzers.
Wow.
Very efficient.
It's 4:30.
We've been
Right,
good
I guess
today,
more time
haven't
for
we?
chat later.
Okay.
Yeah,
More time for
we've been
chat.
very good today.
We have. You haven't
Right.
flashed anybody yet, but there's still time. Here you go. Please don't
try
flash
not to.
anybody.
It's because I've got the straight hair, you see. When I have straight hair, I'm very sophisticated and classy and very businesslike, apparently. When the curls are here,
Was that when it all goes to pot? So
my
I
tab.
accidentally
So what-
muted you. I'm very sorry. Repeat whatever you said in the last 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So I will repeat that. I didn't like the placement of where the tab was, so I've taken the tab off. And if I were you, obviously I will, when poor Hayley does the sample of it, the best thing for you to do is when you make your tab is to actually join this together, so you've got that nice back seam, and then place this on and it will go in the center. Because to be quite honest, I had it slightly to the left and it was proper triggering me. I had a real issue with it and I kept looking at it and I
Could
thought, no,
you-
that's got to go.
If you were going to actually mount these on like a pole or something, could you put 2 on so it would stay more level?
Yeah, of course you could. We'll add two to it then.
Shall we?
I-
Is this the royal
Yeah.
way?
Yeah. So I've done Hayley this great design on a piece of paper, and not quite sure how it goes from here into the computer. So I use something called Royal Mail. So if anybody sees my designs, please feel really sorry for Hayley, because I don't know how she does it, but I try folding it and posting it in places in the
Well, there's
computer.
none of
and it
those
just
floppy disk holes anymore, are there, to poke it in?
No, there's no, and I tried putting it like down the back or something and it doesn't do anything. So we use Royal Mail. And then what she does with it, I've no idea. And she has to
I'll use my
decipher
wizardry
my,
and I'll fix it for you, don't worry.
yeah, she's good as gold. She's getting a whole pack of them. So yeah, Hayley, that's a really good idea actually, because having 2 tabs at the back would be quite handy, because then it would, because sometimes you can put like keys and that and things and they can be a little bit heavy, so you don't want that. Right, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your lining and you are going to turn it into the right way, and then you are basically right sides will be together.
Mrs. G says she wasn't happy about the placement of the tab either.
No, you see, I knew she wouldn't be. I knew she wouldn't be. She's like my moderator, I tell you, and it was proper triggering me, Christine.
And top sneaky shopper as well.
Oh God, yeah, top sneaky shopper. She needs to get a badge for that one. I would have liked to have seen them make you wear Crocs with your boots, Sasha. I know, and I will tell you, because obviously you guys don't hear all the gossip from Creating Craft, and obviously we can now talk about it. But when I obviously broke my ankle when I was in the wheelchair, you know, I can't just not go to work because, as you guys all know, you know, we don't earn anything being self-employed and stuff. So I had to sign so much paperwork for me to even be in the building in a wheelchair. And I had a dedicated person for when I was there, that if there was a fire alarm, they would come and get me. And I had a dedicated person that would basically get me out of the building. Well, when the fire alarms went off on a Sunday morning early one weekend, because there was a problem with a battery charger that had been like one of these phone wireless things that had been left on, and there was a problem with it and it smoked and everything else, and so the alarms went off. So it was about, I don't know, 6:20 in the morning, and everyone's being escorted out the building. And I was left.
That I was there that day,
and I was left. I was left
well,
in
the
the studio.
Person wasn't there, so they just left.
The dedicated person, the bloke that it was meant to be, just got himself out the building and completely forgot about me. It was great.
No, I remember that day. Everything was fine.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But yeah, I was left in there. So my dedicated person forgot about me. But I literally had to sign a book full of health and safety and this, that and the other. And it was like, oh my goodness. And then when I was on crutches, it was even worse, because then that was a trip hazard. But yeah, how funny. Right, so I have pinned all the way around, made sure that everything is beautifully lined up. Now we are going to make our way around. We're going to stitch all the way around the top, and then when you get to this point part, once it's stitched, we're just going to cut into that so it turns really, really nicely. Christine, oh Hayley, you're making me feel so guilty, but it was a sheer flick. No, you're not, Mrs. G.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just about to reply. We're just astounded as to how you found it, and you know, good on you. If you stumble across it and you get first pick, you go for it.
Yeah, too right. I would have been exactly the same. I would have absolutely have snapped them up, Mrs.
Yes,
G.
the early bird gets the quilt, apparently.
Yeah, too right. I mean, it's not very often, is it, that we actually get bargains? And because, I mean, this is the great thing about this. Before, when we were putting stuff on the website and on Creating Craft, you know, we were losing a percentage of everything that we were putting on.
Yeah, and it wasn't a small percentage either.
You know, you would not be able to pass these off at this price if you were on Creating Craft. You would be able to do it. So this is where everyone
what customers saving is what Creating Craft would be getting.
Yeah. Right. So I'm just going to go around the top, and oh, I just need to get that pin out. Please don't sew over pins in your new machine, Sasha. As I say, we're just working our way round. You are going to top stitch once you've gone all the way round, and then. So thank you for everybody that's placing an order. The butterfly fabric seems to go on a little bit crazy, which I knew that it would. I did Yes, please. Well, the shimmer fabrics I've now sorted out. So the shimmer fabrics are now all individual. Yeah, please, if you can, that would be great.
Undo my microphone and then go find them for you. So if you head across to Sasha's website, the QR code that you've got there will bring you in here. It will bring you in on her homepage. If you're looking for the butterfly fabrics, we searched Oriental last time, but this time we will search butterfly. There you go. They'll come straight up. You've got the cream option or the navy option as well. And what was it? The shimmer fabrics we wanted to do as well. Shimmer, and we'll search those. And there you go, all of those glitter fabrics. Well, they're not glitter though, because the glitter fabrics can be a little bit kind of chunky and scratchy. These are fabric wizardry, and they are beautifully soft and beautifully sparkly, and nothing comes off. Quickly switch.
People
back
don't
to
believe it,
Sasha.
do they? It is
No,
absolute.
I mean, I used to do Fabric Freedom, and then handed that baton to the lovely Sasha. Oh, the Cheyenne baton. That's a whole nother day of conversations. Never mind. How are you getting on over there?
Yeah, so I'm nearly right the way around the top. Just making sure that, am I still here?
Yeah, I can see you.
That's all right. I just had a thing come up saying I've got a low battery.
Yeah, yours keeps going a little bit blurry, pixelated. I don't know if we need to...
I know. I really need to sort this whole web thing, and it just scares me. And you know what I'm like when I get scared. Mental health. I shut down.
I shut down. Then you got a website, didn't you?
I know, but that's, you know, thank you again to other people helping me out. But
it is all coming back. It's all just magically fixed itself. So you're fine now.
So you're now going to take your time and pop all of your, give it a press, take your time, not like me trying to hurry it. So once you have popped all of your insides into the pod and you have given it a really nice sharp press, it will look something like this. Okay, which again is great. You've got that hanging pod. I just love these butterflies. And then you are going to top stitch all the way around. Now I want to top stitch in navy blue, and my navy blue threads downstairs, so I'm not going to top stitch up today. But that is where we are. How amazing is that? I just think they look so great. They really do. And I mean, I just love the butterflies. They're just so beautiful. And so you can do this as hanging storage in your craft room. You know, you can have it up on the wall and put all your bits and pieces in. But like Hayley said, I think we'll put 2 tabs on the just in case you want to.
I mean, it's just an option, really.
It is an option, like you say.
But I think if you're going to mount them on a rod, then 2 will help it to hang straighter for you. You don't have to use the 2. You can choose.
Yeah, exactly, because it is that thing.
And can I ask another question?
And if anybody needs to know...
Can I ask a question about your butterfly fabric? You know Sarah's through the round window pattern? If people wanted to do that, but put the butterfly as the bit that's in the round window, can you give me the sizes of the butterflies again? Because somebody had said that they'd caught some of it, but they hadn't caught all of it.
Yes, so it's a question that I get asked a lot. Let's just look at the fabric as a whole a second. So as you can see, you've got varying sizes of butterflies on here, but the biggest butterfly, which is this one there, is 5 inches across and about 2.5 inches down, including their little, I call them headphones. They're not headphones. What are they called?
Oh, antenna.
That's it. From those down is about 2.5 inches, and then they sort of go down in size. So I think the smallest.
I've got a message from Sonia while you're measuring that. She
Yeah.
says she knows what the scared is like, Sasha. She's like that with cutting fabric. She's petrified. She's bought a quilt kit that is still waiting to be sewed, and she's just got another one from me.
Do you know what I was? So as you guys know, well, you know, I'm very open and out there on my Sunday evening lives, and all my friends know, you know, I have quite a serious condition. I've got bipolar and I have quite serious mental health problems. And I've never hidden the fact, because I believe that people should talk about it and things like that, because years ago I had to hide it all and everything else, and that actually made me more poorly, and I don't do that anymore. I am who I am. One of the things that I struggle with my ADHD as well is tech, and I get very scared, and I'm so worried that I'm going to break something or do something wrong. It's easier for me to shut down and to go on to something else. I shut down and I can't do it. And then people think, oh, she's not replying to emails. She's not replying to messages. And it's not because I'm being lazy or not wanting to. It's because I truly and utterly struggle. I have a friend that is exactly the same as you when it comes to cutting fabric. Absolutely petrified. Buys the most beautiful, beautiful fabric, won't cut it. Okay. And what I say to her is, it is only fabric. Fabric can be replaced. And I try and tell myself the same thing with tech. Okay. But the pleasure that I get out of cutting fabric takes away that anxiety, and I sort of get lost in the beautiful fabrics. And I would hate for you to be really scared and not enjoying those beautiful fabrics. And it's fabric. If not, you just make something smaller. If you go wrong, make something smaller. If you go wrong again, make something else out of it. Just enjoy it. If it brings you happiness, just enjoy it. And that's what I will say. But yeah, so the smallest is about 1.5 inches, the butterflies. Okay. And they go up to 5 inches, and you actually have got pairs. Okay. So you've actually got like 3 or 4 the same again. So as I say, this is the blue, and it's got that beautiful gold metallic on there, and it's got really good space around it as well for fussy cutting. So sometimes when we do fussy cutting, you're cutting into another butterfly. But with these, you're actually
about fussy cutting. Would they fit onto Nicola's size templates?
Yes, they would do.
I think Nicola does like a 5-inch.
Yes, so they would be perfect for some of Nicola's. They really would be. And
also, Jeanette's just ordered 1 meter of each butterfly and some stay press. So Christmas money gone. Some great deals. Thank you, ladies.
So what you will see as well is the very, very tiny gold butterflies that are on here would be really good if you wanted to remake a necklace as well, one of Nicola's necklaces, because you would actually get the really small ones in there.
Mrs. G's come in with an excellent suggestion. She says, if you haven't got the confidence in cutting, practice on an old duvet or sheet.
Definitely.
Before you go ahead and cut on your main thing.
Definitely. I mean, I went to Dunelm a couple of days ago, and they've got king size duvet covers in there that they are chucking out at like £8 a meter, £8 a pack. Just use them. Just use them to practice your cutting, to practice your fussy cutting.
Absolutely. You know, it's a lot of fabric for not much money.
Yeah.
Or what you can do is practice your cutting on that. Once you're confident you've got yourself lined up, then move across. Or you can always use cardboard, make yourself some smaller templates.
I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but it's one of the reasons, you know, I've always had this love for textiles and fabric, and it's always brought me absolute joy. I studied colour, and I love everything about colour, and it just brings me into a really happy place. So it'd be interesting to know what drew the other guys into sewing. Yeah, go find them. It'd be nice to know what drew them into it as well. Hayley, are you on mute? Everyone's lost sound.
Yes,
Might be
I
because
am on
you turned
mute.
it
I'm
all
busy.
off.
I was rummaging trying to get the monitor back on, because the monitor where all of their buttons are is on the other monitor, and it's gone off, and I can't see them to bring them back on. But that's fine. Come on, people. It says press buttons to stop it going to sleep, but there's no buttons on it. It's the press. Oh, hi.
Oh, but apparently
Hang on.
Anne has got us back now.
I'm back. We're back in the room.
We're back in the room, I
Back
think.
in the room, and everybody's unmuted.
Oh,
And there we
we're
go.
back.
Yeah,
Hello.
what happened was that there's two monitors. For some reason, this monitor, the one over here, just decided to go to sleep. And it says press the button to stop it going to sleep. There's no buttons on it, but then there's one sneaky button that's just underneath the monitor. So
You know why it went to sleep? Because it's a pajama party.
Maybe. But yeah, I think we've had a lovely time to ourselves today. There's been alcohol. There's been no flashing from Sasha, so well done. Send you a badge for that.
Do I get the badge?
Yeah, send you your no flashing, like brownies. Send you your no flashing.
No
badge.
flashy sashy.
No flashing Sasha. Right, what have we've done everything, haven't we?
Giveaway. Can I do the giveaway?
Yes,
Oh,
do
yes.
the giveaway. Oh,
yeah,
is this your quilt?
while Sasha was demonstrating, I put everyone else's names in who posted while we've been on
perfect.
air. So give me a second, because I'm going to bring the laptop over so you can see the draw happening. Hang on.
Yay.
Right. So I'm hoping this is going to work. So if I go to here, hopefully you can see the laptop.
You can.
And then I've put all of your names into a little wheel. So you all.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That's jazzy, isn't that? Must have taken you ages.
I made my husband stand there and read out their names as I tapped away.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So you're all in there, okay?
Okay.
Everybody who commented. So you just got to click to spin, and the winner is going to be. Oh, drum roll! There we go. Oh, come on, who's the winner? Angela Larkin.
Angela, well done.
Oh,
Angela,
well done.
You are going to get the four charm packs that I showed you today. Okay, so you've got
Wow.
the Blue Ridge Boutique one. You've got the Berrylicious.
Wow.
You've got the Woodland Wonder, and then you've got the new French General. So I will. I don't know if you've ordered from me, Angela. So I don't know if I've got your address, but I will contact you on the Secret Sewing Club page, and I'll get these sent out to you, darling. Okay. So congratulations, Angela.
Perfect.
I'm Angela.
Perfect.
I'm Larkin.
Are you also Angela, are you? Excellent.
Okay, so you get two each then.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Nicola, you had a quilt just show us just before, because I think we're
Yeah,
heading
so
towards
this is the
5
one
o'clock,
I
aren't
did
we?
when I was a child and was never finished, and that's the back with
Oh.
all the
Oh, lush.
And I'm trying to find my nan and granddad's Christmas card, but I can't find it yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Well,
what-
I think maybe you're going to have to take them out, aren't you?
Yeah.
You'll
I
find
just wondered, what's your oldest project that you've got?
I
Any of
think-
the ages? Is it
I
that
think
one?
this is the oldest, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
I think with doing the TV demonstration, there's so many that you end up with where you start
Yeah.
them and you don't get a chance to finish them, and they get just shoved in a box with the same fabric just in case you've got to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we started doing the charity sew along a few years
Yeah.
ago, because I just had boxes and boxes of half done stuff.
Yeah.
You know, where
Yeah.
you have to get things to a certain stage for demoing, but you know that you're not going to do that particular fabric again in that thing, so it just got shoved in a box. So
Yeah.
like you're saying, 4 years ago we started this 12-hour charity sew along, and the whole idea is we go through one of the boxes and get as much finished as we can, and people sew along with us, and then we give away what we've made at the end of it. So I did put a link onto the Secret
Yes,
Sewing
we
Club.
did see
Anybody
that.
would-
We did see that ping up.
Anybody would like to sponsor and then join in the fun, that would be lovely.
That is brilliant. Right, let me just see when you guys are next on. I've got my list. So let me have a look.
Oh,
Sasha, you are with us on the 12th of January. Daisy and Grace and White Gecko on the 19th of January. I will say I've got one person who's dropped out for next week, but that I'll sort in a minute. But other than that one slot, we are now full between like January and the end of February. We have no Secret Sewing
Wow.
Club
That's so
slots
cool.
available until March.
great.
Everyone wants to join the craziness. That's what it is.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Amazing.
But yes, thank you everybody who's got behind this, and we do really appreciate it. I mean, even if you're just watching and you're not actually buying anything, that's still fine. It's just about getting everybody into the same place where you can see the people that you've always seen and you can watch the demos. So, I think
And
who
in
have I
my
got
pajamas.
next week? Oh, I'll tell you who I've got next week. I've got Adam, who is joining us, because I know a couple of us. Not you yet, you're on the next one, Sasha. But Adam's joining us because we did start the retreat, and then we kind of stopped the retreat because we realised it was Easter. And you know, we'd kind of talked about it beforehand. And anyway, right, retreat, no retreat. Retreat is back. And Adam's going to join me next week to talk all about that. Both Nicola, who is up here, and Sarah, who is over here, are both on the retreat alongside myself and Anthea. So the retreat is 4 different classes in one day. There's pop-up shops from everybody as well. So if there's extra bits and pieces and kits you want to get from people, then it is a great day to do it. So Adam's going to be joining me next week for that. We've got Debbie Moore as well. She's joining me with a lot of her new designs that she has not yet had on Sewing Street. So a little bit of an exclusive. And yeah, I've got a gap which I do need to sort, but unfortunately somebody's not well and has had to pull out. So yeah, it happens. So one of you might get a phone call.
I'm
But
free.
We'll cross. Oh, there you go. I've got a volunteer. Excellent.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm too lovely, but yeah, just see who's available now.
Okay. We'll see if we've got anybody, because I do have a little short list, but it just might be a bit short notice. What are you doing?
What are we doing?
Oh, you could. Okay.
I was going to say I did pin up those HRTs behind me. I don't know if you guys can see
Yes,
it.
they look great.
Just
Beautiful.
3 strips, used out of the jelly roll. Yeah, out of the dessert roll.
It's not a jelly roll, is it?
The dessert roll. It's the dessert roll. I will get it in my head. But when you've got 20 strips, you can see you'd make a really good size quilt. And it's very clean, very modern looking using that technique.
Perfect.
It's gorgeous.
Right. Well, I shall let you ladies
Right,
go,
guys.
because I know you're
I've
on.
got
Sasha's on her live next.
I'm on at 6. And don't forget, if you haven't done it already, Sasha Sews 123 on Facebook. Like and follow, and then you can join in on the free teams on Monday evening. But
Right.
I am down to 2%, so I'm going.
All right,
yourself
well, have a
something
good
quick.
New Year, everybody.